Hello everyone, welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. So we are back with another pick a card reading. This is a timeless, love-based 18 plus reading. We're going to be looking to see how you turn your person on and any type of other information that kind of aligns with that message. I do have a few decks on the table. If you decide that they're calling you, it may help you choose 1, 2, or pile 3. We'll treat pile 4 as invisible if that's how you select it. But I do have in the thumbnail the 4 coffee vibes, right? We're in the fall season, so I have all of those things. I'll describe them in a second. I have these astrology based oracle decks, the love based oracle decks, twin flame soulmate oracle deck, and then I have that erotic sex answers oracle along with these that I have on the table. So this is going to be a very long reading for each of the 4 sections. Okay, now this could apply to any type of connection, right? Ex, current partner, future, ongoing situationship, crush, secret admirer. However it applies for you, take it as it resonates. Okay, so I will use this moment to describe the piles for you. I do have pile 1, which looks like a bit of a latte. Pile 2, which feels kind of like a pumpkin spice sort of a drink. Pile 3, which feels like either a hot chocolate or a hot mocha of some sort. And then pile 4, which is kind of an iced mocha coffee drink. Okay, now I will give you a moment to marinate on that. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile 1, if you selected what I am calling the latte, then this is your reading. I am going to start by getting 1 card as an overview message for your pile so we can see how you turn them on or just their 18 plus sexual energy towards you in general. And then I am going to get a message for you here, and then we will hop right into that tarot. Okay, let's see, pile 1. Let's see what is the overall theme of this connection as it relates to how you turn them on. Okay, well, I hesitated, so we won't take it. There we go. We've got a flyer. Okay. Body positive, number 27. So how you turn them on is a very physical attraction. That doesn't mean that this is a physically rooted connection. I'm saying this person really loves how you look. And I'm going to pull the book for this deck because it's not going to take long because there's very specific messages, right? So the message here, it is comfortable in my own skin for this card, right? So that is how you turn this person on, is being very comfortable in who you are and how you physically look, and just obviously they're very, very physically attracted to you. Love that for you as your overall energy. Let's just touch the bottom. Joy and jubilation. They see you as very fun, very active, very proactive. Okay, so that is kind of the overall message. So before we get into it, so let's see if there's any messages we need to get for you too. And this is a deck that has like very spiritual messages, so we can get more regarding the connection. Okay, there may be a little bit of distance between the two of you. For whatever reason, I am really far away. Like I'm not in my natural position since I started this new setup. Here we go. Now I'm a little more comfortable, getting comfortable with one another. Okay. Okay, pile 1. Let's see. What do we need to say to pile 1 about this connection? We'll take it. Look at that. Number 4, the heart chakra. The frequency of the heart chakra, the green flower of life, supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. Its healing properties harmonize the mind and the body. Love this energy for you, Pile 1. So yeah, you feel very good. You seem to be very open and expressive, and this person really loves that about you, okay? Conception, number 16. The frequency of conception invites us to bring your consciousness to our origin, the place where everything in creation begins. It helps us to remember the infinite potential and possibilities of this space and what we can manifest through our own focused awareness and intention. You deliberately share a very vibrant light with the people around you. It's very intentional, and your person really admires that about you, and it turns them on because like something about that light, they feel like that passion, that energy translates really well sexually, right? Like you're very comfortable in who you are, you're very comfortable sharing and receiving love, and so they believe, if they don't know firsthand, that intimacy with you would be very rich and fulfilling, right? So let's get into the psychic tarot. I'm interested to see what we get about how you turn this person on specifically, but this person loves your heart. And honestly, with the body positive heart chakra, you may something about your chest area, regardless of your gender. It is a huge theme in this connection, a huge theme with this person and how you turn them on. Something about your chest area is very, very alluring and attractive, okay? Whatever that means for your body type, okay? Regardless of your body type. Okay. Pile 1. That's too many. Again, there is some type of disconnect, though. There is some type of distance in the connection. I don't know what it is. You seem very open and receptive to people. Maybe you have issues opening up to them specifically, or maybe they're the guarded one, but I don't know what that blockage is that I'm getting. Yeah, see that there's a blockage right here. That 4 of Cups. And again, heart chakra energy, 4, in the coloring, but actually 4, right? There's 4. That could be a relevant number. You may want to pick pile 4 when we get there, but discontent and boredom, something's not connecting as it relates to you two, and that's likely why you're watching this reading. But I will say, they admire you deeply. Just something about this person seems disengaged. I don't know that they actually are, right? With this heart chakra energy, they may just have issues relating to their heart chakra being open and receptive to love, but something about them, they appear guarded. And this is a confirmation for you if this is your pile. Now, discontent and boredom. Something about, let me pull another card. This 4 is all over the place. Patience. Yeah. So even though you're very expressive, right? Even though you're very open and expressive, there's that confidence in you. Like, right? Like body positive isn't just you being confident in how you look and how you come across to other people. It is you fully being comfortable and confident in yourself. Yeah, there's that mystery. You're very confident in yourself. So this feels like someone that you may have rejected. Right? Like you're very confident, you're very comfortable, and you're very open and receptive. And if you weren't getting that in return, or it just didn't feel like a good fit, you just kind of are like, I'll pass on the person that you're asking about on pile 1, because it's not feeling like a good connection. It's not feeling like what I want and what I need. With the intuition card, like you trusted your intuition and you may have passed on the opportunity, right, to proceed with this person. Or maybe you are slowly stepping into this disengaged energy. Like maybe you were very open, you are open and expressive, but you have firm boundaries. With these 2 cards, this person's really turned on by that. They're like, wait, I thought that pile 1 would be very open and possibly even like chase me, right? This person feels like you would have I'm creating space. I'm so sorry. These cards are a lot bigger than normal tarot cards. So I'm creating space so that we don't crowd the table. Love that. Okay. But yeah, this person kind of is like, okay, so what happened with pile one? They kind of pulled back very easily because you're comfortable, you're confident, you know how to share and give love. And when someone isn't accepting of it, right? Like this, if they aren't being receptive of your open heart, then I mean, you trust your intuition and kind of distance yourself. They love your boundaries, which is hilarious. But that's kind of what it's turning this person on. You kind of matching their energy and moving accordingly, if that's the case. And it could be the reverse, of them being of them kind of there's I don't want to say this the reverse. There's an instance of you just kind of realizing that this person is not on your frequency and you're like, I'm going to pass. That just made them want to chase you. Others of you, you were open and receptive to this person and they just, something about them, they were too guarded, too mysterious, and that you did not have the time or the patience. So you moved on, and like, they're just like, wow, like, people I'm used to, like pile one, they don't just move on. They usually cling, they usually chase, they usually hold on. But you literally like a switch. You just switched it off and you just moved on because you're in that high priestess energy of being very aware, right? You have the harvest card of patience and planning. This is the second time we see patience here. This person loves that you're very easygoing. So I'm not seeing patience in terms of waiting. Like, patience doesn't feel like a waiting for you. It feels like you basically kind of moved on. Like you're kind of doing your thing. You're doing how you're doing. You're living your life the way you want to. Yeah, you're patient. If this person comes in, when they interact with you, you're still open and receptive. Like, you're not actively waiting for them, but you're not gonna like treat them poorly when they interact with you. But at the same time, like, you're just kind of distancing yourself. I don't know. It's weird energy. Let me get another card so I can develop this further. Here we go. Look at that. This is a very weird energy coming through for you too, pile one. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. You've got the number 6, the Lovers, harmony. You are a very well-rounded individual. You're very balanced. You're very you have your stuff together. You're very aware of yourself and other people and what you need in connections. And when you realize what other people need, whether it is distance, whether it is time, whether it is space, you're giving of that without judgment, without anger. You may slowly, discreetly just allow that to play out. You do have the crown chakra, which talks about that same energy, number 7, of just allowing them to figure it out. This is a person that you've just allowed to figure it out, and they really like that. Again, boundaries. Something about your boundaries they really like. And I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of kinky, because as it relates to like actual sexual energy, I could see this person being kind of into bondage and whatnot, just because that's kind of the energy that's coming through, that resistance, that not able to move energy coming through. I have like incense here all over the table. Yeah, but that's definitely some interesting energy coming through for you. But this person really has some deep emotions towards you with this harmony and intuition, because like they have that Pisces 12th house energy aligned with this Lovers card. And I just feel like a lot of you here, you know how I'm talking about this guarded energy, that you don't even realize how deep this person's feelings for you go. Like, you don't even realize how into you this person is. You don't realize how much you turn this person on. You turn this on a lot more than you realize, okay? A lot more than you realize. So let me just get into these astrology-based oracle decks so we can really develop this energy, because I know it probably is confusing so far. It's probably like I feel like I'm all over the place, and I believe that is this energy of the coupling. Okay, you have number 10, the Aquarius, the Visionary. Very unique and interesting energy, and it kind of matches what I'm saying about being all over the place. But one of you may be very, very intuitive, very psychic, or something of the sort, because with the Visionary and intuition, it just feels like someone with the sight, whether it is the sight as it relates to spirit, or if it's just someone that may be like highly analytical, that can kind of find patterns and trends and whatnot. Because again, that intuition, that is a higher level of understanding, of comprehension, being able to see things that other people cannot with this visionary card. Okay, but this person sees you as a vision. Okay, and I know, like, okay, so we're talking about how you turn this person on. It's feeling like detachment, right? Detachment. How your loving nature, like, I know it feels like two contradictory energies. Some of you, you're one or the other. Some of you are very, very loving, and this person loves that. You're open and expressive with them, and they love that. Others of you, you are detached, possibly even guarded, and they love the challenge. Some of you, they like that you have the boundary of, they know you are very open and loving. You're always open and loving with everyone, but you in you expressing your sharing and being receptive with them, there's that boundary of when they pull back, you pull back, or if they're not giving you what you need, you move forward as though the connection, as though you're not clinging to the connection. Does that make sense? That's how they're saying it. So at the bottom, you do have B, and it is in reverse. So B is being in the present. It is living in the moment, and this person likes that you do not dwell on the present, right? You can see forward, you can see ahead, you can see where you're going, even if in the moment it's not where you want to be. You have that intuition to know where it's going. This person really likes how confident, in some instances, some very specific instances, what turns this person on is you knowing that you've got them, even though they're playing whatever games they're playing. Like, you know it. I can see that here with the visionary and the be like, it's not happening in this moment. That's probably why we got off that patience energy coming through. Like, it's not happening in this moment, but you're not just going to sit around. You can see eventually in this foresight that it's going to happen, right? You have the comprehension in the crown chakra, but you're not dwelling on it. Like, you're looking ahead, you see where it's going, and like, be in the moment is, while the connection may not be present, you're not stopping it from allowing you to be very open and receptive to the things that are going well for you. That's the specific message for some of you. Okay, so far we have Pisces energy and Gemini energy on the table, and Aquarius. So we've got Aquarius as well. Okay, so let me pull turn this way. You feel a bit like, I'm not gonna pull that up yet. You feel like a bit of a life of a party, not necessarily in really, really social settings, but possibly in like community-based settings or like networking. With that Aquarius energy, that's 11th house energy, right, of networking and acquaintances. Like, you touch people that you're like, most people touch their closest connections, right? Your family, your friends, right? But it takes a certain type of personality to touch strangers, essentially, because you have an energy where this heart chakra energy really affects people casually that you may not know very well. People in networking settings, people that are acquaintances, possibly friends of friends, people in the community that you interact with on the pass by, maybe meet them once and never meet them again. You just, something about your energy, you just radiate a certain vibe, this heart chakra energy, very open, and make people feel loved, respected, and valued in whatever amount of seconds that they meet you. Your person notices that, and they love that you handle people that way, and that people connect with you that way, even when they don't know you. Okay, especially since over here we do have that intuition, and that is a card of empathy, right? The high priestess, seeing aspects of yourself that and being aware of aspects of yourself that most people are not, and also being able to see who people truly are at their core, the good in people, right? And then you have the number 6 harmony, that is Gemini 3rd house energy of communication, of being able to communicate clearly and effectively in a way that people understand. So this person really deeply admires you, the way you speak and communicate and engage and share your energy with people, and that is a huge theme for how you turn this person on, and they just love that. They love that you have that energy like that. So let's see. Oh, it's 2 cards. Okay. And they are in reverse. So what is happening here? So you have, what do you need to release? The waning moon. And then you have a new start is coming, new moon. Releasing and new beginnings in reverse. So it feels like your person, some of you may actually be clinging discreetly, and your person can tell, like not openly clingy, but like the patience card, right? The being there, doing your own thing, but being confident in the connection, even if it's not going well. Because these 2 cards in reverse feel like someone that's not going anywhere, right? Like releasing, and not starting over, like not going anywhere. You have bring love into the situation. Aquarius energy again, that acquaintances, networking energy. This person feels like what they deeply admire is how rooted you are in the connection with them, even while doing your own thing, even when it's not going well. That is such a bizarre thing. I almost feel like your person is going to chase, if they haven't already, because what they're admiring is so confusing. That's why I'm hesitating to describe the energy like that. Is like this bring love into the situation, this Aquarius energy, this very casual energy. They like that you are open. Like I'm trying to describe this the best I can. So like you're openly sharing your love with them, right? But you're doing so in a casual way, like it doesn't mean, like they're not special, right? Like they know that they're special, but you still treat them like they're not special. Like I treat everyone like this. I am this intuitive high priestess visionary energy. I share love with everybody. You are not special. Like this is a casual thing. I interact with people at the grocery store the way that I interact with you. I'm just a naturally loving and giving individual. Just because I'm open and expressive with you does not make you special. It does not mean that I'm chasing you. It doesn't mean that I am sticking with this love energy with you. It just means that is how I treat and engage all people. So in this person realizing that even though you have love for them, they're not special, like you don't treat, like you're not treating them a specific way. Like something about this person, they realize that, oh, the way you were treating them, the love you were giving them was not specific to them. That may be how you casually date, right? Like if you're dating, this is someone you're dating new, they're realizing like, oh, Pile 1's not necessarily in love with me. Pile 1 that's how Pile 1 engages people. They're just loving like that. So like some of them, they feel a way about it. I'm not gonna lie, that it's a bit jealous because it's like, wait, what do you mean? Like, no, it's not over. We're not gonna move on because like I'm gonna be a little more giving because I like this energy that Pile 1's giving out, and I didn't realize that I wasn't special. Right? Like it's turning them on because like it's kind of triggering a little bit of a competitive energy, a little bit of a jealousy with them. So very interesting. I'm glad I found that because I feel like I was trying to touch on that, but I couldn't quite get it. And the reason why I couldn't quite get it is because all of this 12th house high priestess energy coming through, while we have all of this open and expressive, you two are not honest with each other about how you truly feel. It's because I do believe you're being slightly misleading, Power. Because like with that 4 of cups leading into that intuition, it's like you are treating them like an afterthought. You're treating them like you treat everybody else in this networking social energy of the Aquarius cards, these 11th house themes. But at the same time, you got the high priestess, which is secrecy and hidden things leading into the lover. So it's like you really see it for them, but at the same time you don't want them to know. And I feel like it's mutual. You do have water. So we have Pisces again because it is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. One or both of you may have both placements. But yes, spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. That's that energy that's coming through. Very watery, very soft, very loving, right? Like that's the energy. I know heart chakra is air, but I'm just saying that it is an open and receptive energy, right? At the bottom, you have house 5. Passion, play, children, confidence, creativity. That is Leo energy of the sun. Okay, vibrant energy. So again, this person kind of feels like, again, you casually are with you might be a flirt, you might date around, you may like share energy with everyone. And something about when this person realized that it's not specific to them, that you don't just flirt with them, that you're not just dating them, that you're not just giving this heart chakra energy to them solely, that it is a thing that you do with people. Like, they feel a way about it. Like, they're like, wait, I guess Pile One's a little more casual about our connection than I pegged. So that's turning them on and making them chase. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna put this on the other side here. Because I don't, like I said, we've got space. That's perfect. Great. So let me see what Melanin Pop has to say about what turns your person on. It's a kink. It's a let me see what's mine kind of an energy your person's coming through with when you share that. But again, they find you very attractive. They find you very loving. They love that you have a vibrant energy and everybody else. Oops, sorry. They love that I'm trying to like grab this card. I didn't want this card, but I almost knocked everything else over trying not to get this card. So you have show you off, proud, trophy wife, accomplishment status. So we'll take it because it was an aggressive card. And look at that community energy at the bottom there. What's here? Androgyny. So flexible, adaptive, interacting with various different types of people, and fitting in kind of anywhere. So let me get another card. Thank you. Look at it's Oshun. Okay, I've got enough. You've got You Are My World at the bottom. I've got enough from this deck. So let me pull these. Yeah, this person, you turned them on by simply being you and by being detached and loving at the same time. I'm not going to say it again, but here we are with proud trophy wife, accomplishment status. So this person, what turns this person on about you is, again, that body positive. You look really good. Something about you look really good. They feel like you would look really good beside them, and that they want to be able to claim you. And like, it's that conquering energy, that claiming, that winning, whatever casual dating you're doing. Like, of all of the potential suitors you have, they want to be able to win and show you off and say, yes, Pile One is mine. Back off. Like, Pile One is the person that, like, I know all of you wanted Pile One, but look, Pile One is with me. That is the energy. So it just the idea of being able to do that turns this person on, because look at that Oshun energy, that sensuality, self-love, right? Body positive, beauty, water, again, water, fertility, very, very watery energy, very beautiful in nurturing and giving and compassionate. But again, Oshun has boundaries, right? Boundaries, and you know, doesn't play the games. You do have a lot of yellow because look at this deck. I'll show you. Look at all of the colors in the rainbow, but you've got 3 cards with yellow, right? Could be relevant to Oshun. That may be relevant to you and your spiritual practices in some instances, a specific message for someone. It could also be solar plexus chakra energy, okay? And you stepping into your personal power and your own power. But at the bottom, you do have balance, right? Boundaries, care, respect, reciprocate, grounded, worth. So yeah, you are very balanced in your heart chakra. You know how to give and receive and balance. And when you're not receiving what you want or what you feel you need, then you pull back. You don't pull back in a punishment way. Like, it's not, you're not punishing anyone, you're not treating anyone poorly, you're not mean, you're not aggressive, you're not getting what you need. So you just kind of withhold your energy in access. You give what you would give most people. And with this person specifically that you're asking for, they don't realize or hadn't realized that that's just your default setting of giving and receiving. So when you started to pull back, they thought you were still engaged until they realized, no, Pile One is not giving me as much as they were giving me in the very beginning or early on in the connection. And they're giving me what they give everyone else. But because everyone else gets a very vibrant, powerful, open, receptive version of them, I didn't even realize that Pile One was kind of not playing me. You know what I mean? Like, this person doesn't feel like you were playing. It's genuine energy, but they didn't realize how casual your heart chakra just kind of flows to everyone, if that makes sense. So you are my world. Like, this person's they love that you have that energy of kind of being open and receptive with the world. And this is also kind of an energy towards you, like, you are my world. Clingy, they are clingy and trying to claim you now because of whatever stage of the connection you're at, right? And you even have vampire, right? Secret admirer. Again, lots of energy coming through. I even think I see just friends at the bottom, so that could be the nature of the connection. So like I said, it feels all over the place so much, but we're slowly getting there, because I have these love-based oracle decks so we can see how you turn this person on. And I have that sex answers, erotic sex oracle hybrid, specifically to tap into that energy at the end. But yeah, this person just really, I'm not gonna lie, they really, really like how you look. They really like how you look. They really like the perception of you being theirs with all of this Aquarius energy, because you do have house 5 too. So Aquarius, Leo axis, they like the idea of you being theirs. That in and of itself turns them on. So if you two are out in public socially with all of the social energy, then just being able to say that you are theirs, that you're there with them, that's enough to get them going. And at the end of the night or end of the day, you two get busy, because just being able to say that this energy, this ocean like energy, regardless of gender, is theirs, like, yeah, this person's with me, gets them going. Okay, at the bottom you have ecstasy already. So let's see, pile 1. I'm slowly stabilizing the energy of these pile, because I'm not gonna lie, I was struggling in the beginning, because it is, I don't want to say it's chaotic, it's just not stable. Okay, this is a not stable connection. So I don't care how long you've been together, I don't care how new it is, nothing about this connection is stable. Okay, because this person's part of their turning on is the chasing that they're having to do, and nothing about a stable connection involves chasing. Okay, there may be a little chase kink, but this person is actively going to have to chase, and expected you to do so, and in some instances, and it didn't happen. So the shifting of the roles of who needs to chase feels like a heavy theme in this pile. Okay, and that is part of the kink. The turning on is the conquering, right? So let's see, how do you turn this person on, pile 1? Okay, I've got 2. Let me put this down. Courting, exactly. What did I say? I was just talking about chasing, and here we are with the courting energy. It says this period of development towards a romantic relationship is important. This time will help you both see if marriage is in the cards. So like I said, it does not feel stable, and first card that throws itself right there. So courting, like, if this is resonating for you, if this is a brand new connection, if this is a mid-stage connection, then this is you trying to see how the connection will progress, if you two will eventually be more than where you currently are. And if this is a marriage, like if this is someone that you are in a marriage or a marriage adjacent like connection with, then this is a rebirthing of the passion, a rebirthing of what this is the period in which you two acknowledge whether or not you're going to continue to be together, right? And this person has a kink. They have that kink of the jealousy, of the anger, and the upset with each other and making up. They have the make-up sex kink. It's all over the pile, okay? The conquering your mind, don't be flirting with other people kink, okay? That's the kink of this pile already, okay? So it says forgive and heal. As you forgive and heal, your love life becomes brighter and healthier. Exactly. This person wants the kink. It's the chasing of you and making you forgive them for whatever they might have done, getting you to apologize for whatever they feel you may have done. It's the kink of it's the makeup sex kink, okay? That's this pile for sure. You have falling in love. The feeling of falling in love is one of a kind. Know that it is safe for you to be in love. That guarded energy and opening up, that's this person. That's the journey that this person is on. That is part of this person's like how you turn them on is they can't help but be in love with you, with the heart chakra. Like this energy that you have, this lover's card, they can't help but be in love with you. And they are, even if they haven't told you. This pile says it all. Even if it's supposed to be casual, even if it's supposed to be understood that, you know, even if they've been detached, like they may not express it, but they feel very, very deeply. And I can tell that this is a person that has never felt this deeply for anyone before with this pile. And because of that, the connection is really a lot for them. That's why it's so chaotic. That's why it isn't stable. Okay. But lots of fun sex involved with the house 5. That's casual sex, casual energy with this Aquarius Leo axis. It feels like just lots of fun sex, like fun romantic sex, not necessarily deeply passionate, but when it happens, you two kind of get sucked into the passion of that Pisces card, opening of the heart chakras, and it kind of may freak this person out, freak you out. There seems to be a balance that needs to be happening here. But again, that's part of the kink, is the chaos. This person kind of thrives in the chaos because it arouses them sexually. Okay, so let me pull from another deck. Pile 1. How you turn them on. I think I dropped like 3 cards. Yeah. I will, give me a second. Let me pick one up. It's on the floor. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. That's exactly right. Your body positive, this energy, all of this energy is you, right? Like, listen, you are not going to let this person hold you back if they are not being what you need them to be, or if you're not feeling like the energy is reciprocated here. Like if you feel like you're making them your world, or that's the expectation, you are not having it. They can tell that you would free yourself, and like that kink, that makeup sex kink is kind of creating a chaser energy in them. So you have express your love, right? They love how expressive you are with that heart chakra, right? They love that. They love that energy. And this is also kind of the energy towards them, like how you turn them on is forcing them to be expressive, forcing them to make the gesture, right? Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. I can see it here with new moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation, and that house 5, which talks about dating. This person has to apply effort. They have to express the love for you. They can't be in that 4 of Cups energy if they want you, and that's the kink. Okay, playfulness, exactly. Fun, same energy. Dating, fun, courting, just being more engaged in the connection in the way that you desire, or you'll just not worry about it. Okay. At the bottom, you have unrequited love. Exactly. That chaser kink, that when you pull your energy back, that is what this person's, that's what turns them on. They're like, wait, pile 1 really is like pulling back. I did not expect that. Like, what do you mean you're not gonna wait? What do you mean you're not gonna be patient? What do you mean you're not gonna chase? Like, pile 1, this person legitimately expects you to do the things, like to cling, and because of your big heart, they expected you to have that big heart and to be stuck on them. And like you pulling back is completely out of left field, and it is, they are scrambling. Okay. So yeah, like I said, regardless of the stage of the connection, because I do feel like this applies for exes, for current partners, for casual dating situations, newer dating situations, and even secret admirers. Like if you've been waiting for someone to step up, make a move, like they can tell that like you're losing the interest, you're moving forward. Okay. But it says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. This is a person that wants to prove themselves. They have a issue, they have an insecurity around proving themselves. And so because of that, when you pull back, they're like, I'll show pile 1, and that is triggering that chaser energy in them, and that makeup sex kink. Like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be makeup sex as in someone did something outright wrong. It's just it's kind of a tell me your mind energy, right? Like that's kind of the sexual energy coming through, of a conquering, dominating energy. Like it's torn. It's like it's either a makeup I'm sorry kind of a sexual vibe that this person kind of thinks of when they're getting all riled up thinking about you sexually, or your mind, tell me your mind, make sure these other people know your mind too, kind of a kink. Okay, yeah, caged love. What did I just say? Like it's a trapped energy of your mind, right? It says a love interest might be stifling your potential and cramping your lifestyle. There's no time for that. That is how this person may have been engaging you, right? With this caged love. Like they may not be giving you what you need, or they may not be who you need them to be, or whatever. Like that energy we talked about where you're feeling, it's not gonna work for me. It's making them chase. And then also this caged love is also them kind of trying to, I don't want to say trap you, but kind of cage you, lock you down, make sure you know that you are theirs. Let me pull one more from this deck and I will take the bottom. Okay, 2 more from this deck. At the bottom, wish come true. That is how this person sees you. Someone will possess all the qualities you ever wanted in a partner, a dream come true. So this person is wishing for you. They are praying for you. They are manifesting you. That is how they feel, and that's part of the kink. Again, that goddess energy coming through, that heart chakra. Like that's how they see you. Okay, for sure. I'm trying to figure out my placements here. But again, I feel all over the place because this person is all over the place, okay? Just so we're clear. You have blocked from love, exactly. There may be emotional baggage from the past blocking you from true love. It's time to release it. That blockage, what do you need to release? Like this person's not really trying to move on from this connection at all. But they also have baggage that they're struggling to release from past connections that's really affecting this current connection or the pursuit of it, if that makes sense. So I'll put this here. Definitely the case. And then you have fun connections. So it's like anytime the connection gets deeper, intense, more serious, they don't know how to take it. So as long as it's casual, it's fine, but they don't want it to be casual with anyone else. So like they're fine with you having it like as deep as it is. Like I'm reading the perspective of the newer connection because that's easier to interpret, because it's less baggage, honestly. But I will touch on the established connections in a moment, okay? But if the newer connections, this person kind of wants the status quo. They want it to be this fun connection, right? There is nothing better than being with someone who adds fun to your life, enjoy the adventure and be happy. But anytime a pressure is applied to establish the connection or further it, this person kind of gets spooked or whatever, and it freaks them out. And I feel like at a certain point it has happened, or it's incoming energy where you are not doing the back and forth of the scales anymore, and this person's realizing they're gonna have to crap or get off the pot, right? So those of you where you're in established connections where this is the case, what's happening is this person sees you on some type of glow up, okay? Like you're experiencing some type of body positive, heart chakra expanding energy. Like you're elevating, you're freeing yourself, you're evolving, and whatever reason, you're networking, like this visionary, like this Aquarius Leo energy, you're stepping into your star power, and this person sees that and they're like, wait, hold on, you're evolving without me. It feels very familiar. You may watch my readings often, or you may be binging them, but this person just sees that you're elevating and that you're not allowing whatever this connection is to hold you back from that elevation. And if this connection becomes a liability, they can see that you're just that 4 of Cups, like you're done with it, you're not worried about it, and you're not gonna let this love interest cramp your style like this card. You're not going to let them lock you down and cage you from going out and pursuing everything, because blocked from love is not just being guarded, it is blocking you from evolving. You're not going to allow this connection to stall you, okay? That's how this person feels. And again, I know this is all how they're feeling and how they're seeing you, like my previous readings, but this is the overall theme of the connection, and it's the underlying energy of the kink that is that let me chase pile one, let me be attract, like this is what makes them attracted to you, is this go-getter energy, this elevation energy, you being bettering and improving yourself. Like it's turning them on but it's also making them very, very fearful. And part of that fear, part of that jealousy is making them sexually aroused. Like this person is aroused by that. Like I said, maybe they have some healing to do, but this person they have a clinging kink. They have a your mind kink. They have a, oh, everybody wants what's mine. Now let me make sure they know it's mine kink. This makeup sex kink. That's the sexual kink that they have. Okay. So I do have 2 more decks. This one is the Twin Flame Soulmates one, and then we'll pull a bunch from that last deck so that we can get the true sexual energy. Okay. This person feels very dominant sexually. Okay. But yeah, lots of physical energy here. Like I said, especially as it relates to your body type. If you are like your chest area, like I mentioned earlier, but this person, just the way you look, or maybe it's an improvement in your looks, like you may be starting to look a lot better too, even if, like, you know, even if you were already very, very attractive, this person sees you as becoming even more so attractive physically, and other people, must be the truth, are taking notice. I'm gonna take those 2 to start, but I need to grab these ones that hit the deck. Give me a moment. Okay. Great. I pulled these off of the floor, and let's talk about these 2 exactly. What did I say about the ties? Blocked, caged, karmic ties. This person wants to lock you down. That is the king. And again, it feels like a bondage, right? Like they fantasize about tying you up literally, locking you up literally for sexual gratification. Okay. Like that is part of their kink. But again, you turning them on, you being mine. And honestly, if you have a possessive streak, because some of you may, this is a general reading of so many different energies here. If you have a possessive streak, they like to trigger that in you to bind you to them. Like that's the kink. That's the sexual kink with this coupling. Okay. And then you have elusive. Again, energy, I said, being distant, detached, pulling away makes them chase. It makes them want to conquer you sexually, like who you're running from, right? That's the energy. So let me get more cards from this deck. I think I want 2 more, and then we'll move on to the last one. Yes. Magic moment. All of that is a build up, right? That magic moment. And magic moment also appears like a public energy of being seen, which you do have with that Leo Aquarius axis, like being seen, like a build up. Like all of this is foreplay. It is slightly toxic in some instances, like all of the arguing, all of the detachment, the back and forth, the pulling back, the coming, the chasing, the running, is all the build up so that, like, when you 2 have sex, it's super passionate, it's super like fulfilling because of that magic moment energy, that lighting up of preparing for that build up, right? It's a build up. That's how you turn this person on. Everything you do is a build up. Okay. I'll put it here. And then I'll pull 1 more from this one. Dream lover. Yeah. Fantasy. Right, like fantasy based, like it's all about the fantasy, all about the illusions, all about the drama, all about the overthinking. Like it's I'm not gonna lie, the kink is drama filled, right? It is, but that's the thing. If that's what you like, if that's what they like, and it works, then it works, okay? But that is how you turn this person on. It's all of the drama glowing up into that dream lover, right? The magic moment, seeing success, becoming a better version of you, distancing yourself from them binding themselves to you, them making you jealous, you making them jealous. That's the kind of energy coming through for this pile. Passion, exactly. Just igniting lots of passion. Just anything you do that triggers them, good and bad, turns them on sexually. When they get into it with you, turns them on sexually. When you're loving, turns them on sexually. When you look good, turns them on sexually. Like it just everything about it. Okay. That's how you turn this person on. Anytime you ignite feelings in them, it leads to that kind of passionate expression, right? Love that for you. Okay. So we're going to pull from this last deck. I think I want 6 from here. And we'll get more into how you turn them on sexually. This is my controlling pile. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so hot for you. Like I said, everything you do, it's all about the kink. I almost feel like I'm changing my mind. I'm gonna get 8 from this. 8 cards. Let's see. Sorry, I have to grab that. Loving touch. Right? Again, clinging, holding you, touching you, especially in settings where it's the stake they're claiming, and make it clear to people that you are there. Like, this is the forehead kiss of the grabbing by the waist, of the holding close, like the loving touch of being very loving. Like, this person also loves, and it's turned on how, like, if you lovingly touch them, especially casually in passing, like if you rub their shoulder, rub their chest, arm, back, you just naturally just reach out and touch them when you're talking to them in a very just loving way, not even sexually, still turns them on, okay? And just like that, the sun is coming back out. So it is a cloudy day. It's supposed to rain this evening, and the sun is coming out as I talk about this loving touch. You get this person going when you touch them. It's funny because there's like a sun coming out in the background of this imagery. So that gets this person going. Like, I'm hot for you when you touch me, even when it's just casually. That's how this person, and look at that. Look at that kink. See that jealousy kink, right? That's there. Okay. How you turn this person on, Pawan. What do we say? We did talk about that chest area into role playing, but it is a fantasy base. We talked about it. That's the kink, is upsetting each other, of possibly dressing up. But for you, the role playing doesn't seem like it's not limited to the bedroom. It's outside. It is that Aquarius Leo energy. It's, we're going on a date, we'll dress up and we'll plan it. And we know we're going to get busy after the date, right? Like, that's the most mild form of it. Other forms of it is, we know we're going to go out, and then one or both of you starts flirting with other people in front of the other, or you two get into it in front of people about whatever issues you two may have, and that is part of the kink of kind of makeup, the makeup. Or if this is not an established connection, if it's newer, it is kind of going out and flirting in front of each other with other people. Still, it is bumping into each other while out with other people, telling each other you're going to be out with other people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the kink. Okay. So I'm going to do 8. Sorry, I dropped 2. You do have intense and fair. Exactly. The intensity of the connection, and just being very dramatic, like the eye contact in public setting, like, you know what I mean? Like, just very intense connection. Okay, so there's the 4. I've got 5. We do have romantic sex. Like I said, all of that build up just to kind of have that romantic sex energy. Okay, exactly. Going deeper. So doing all of that outside to go inside and merge with one another, and not go back outside for a while. So you two may possibly even be homebodies, I'm getting with this, for whatever reason. It just feels like a homebody. And then you two may, when you go out, then that happens. Okay? Going deeper. Exactly. I got one more after this. Okay, so you got want to make you scream. See, that's the kink. It's the romantic sex, the going deeper, want to make you scream. That is the I guess storyline, because I'm wanting to use the word storyline now, which I do on occasion, but I don't often for these piles. Exactly. You drive me crazy. Making each other act crazy just to do all of that and eventually drop the panties, right? Like, just, that's the thing. Acting crazy, doing all of the chaos. Again, a very passionate energy at the bottom. You have show your wild side. Exactly. Acting all crazy with each other, possibly even in front of people and outside, just to have some wild, freaky, passionate sex after. Okay? That's the energy of the coupling, but that's also the kink that this person has. Okay, that is how this person is turned on by you, like getting riled up, whatever the stuff is. Okay, it's like that's basically how you turn this person on, is when you ignore them, when you detach, when you show other people love, like all of those things. It's looking really, really good all the time. But again, it's not difficult because this person sees everything you do as attractive. Like every way you can look, this person sees it with that goddess energy that was coming through. And that first body positive card, this person thinks your body is like the most amazing thing they've ever seen, regardless of what the type is. Just that it is for them, like something about you just get them hot immediately. Okay, you have I'm so hot for you. So that is all I have for you today, pile one. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile two, if you selected what I am calling like the pumpkin spice drink, it is in a coffee, it's in like a little coffee mug. It's got like some sprinkles of cinnamon on top of some whipped cream. Here we go. So I'm gonna start with this deck just so we can get an overall feel for the erotic 18 plus energy of how you turn this person on. I have this deck here. I'm going to use to just get some messages, general messages from the connection. And then I have Psychic Tarot as my tarot deck, and all of those decks that we like to use for clarity. So we can see how you turn this person on and get the details of such, okay? Let me get into it. So give me an overview. Thank you. Right away, hot and heavy with this person, pile two. So let's see. It says erotic bliss. Ooh, I do have the book. It's number 17, erotic bliss. I'm holding it at this angle because it is now getting dark, and so we have to adjust accordingly. But erotic bliss. So I'm gonna put it here so that it is still in frame, and then I will pull this book out and see where is it. Just so I can see. I am not that familiar with this deck. I don't use it that often. But it says climbing to a climax. Interesting. Very interesting. At the bottom, you do have taking a plunge. Oh, this person's hot and heavy, ready for you at any given moment. Like, it doesn't matter when, they are always ready. Even if they don't show it, they are always hot for you. Okay. Very, very. And all of the cards in this deck are not that direct. Like, it's a very sensual deck, but they are not erotic bliss, taking the plunge all the time. Like, there's some self-love messages, like what came out in pile one as well. So yeah, erotic bliss and taking the plunge. That's the overview for your erotic energy with this person and how you're turning this person on. So let's just get some general messages about the connection really quick before we continue to evolve that energy. And we will evolve that energy as we see it, how you're turning them on throughout all of these cards. We just want as many details as we can get, okay? So let's see how you turn this person on. What do we need to know about the connection? Okay, part two. Alchemy. You've got fertility at the bottom. It says the frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. You make this person feel like another version of themselves, literally, with this fertility. Like, they feel so passionate, so giving, so outgoing with you in a way that may or may not be natural to their personality. But number 8, alchemy, it says The frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access this ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation. Like, this person feels like sex with you if they have not experienced it so far, or if they have, this is how they feel, that it would be just so transformative, like so fertile. Like, they feel like they have to like this is like baby making, like sex they feel they would have with you, or that they do, to the point where they're like, we have to just be protected if we if this is not where this is headed, like if that's a possibility, they're like, we have to make sure we stay protected when we're engaging each other on a sexual level, because of how passionate it is with this erotic bliss, this alchemy, this fertility. Again, your pile is hot and heavy immediately. Like, it's not even like, it's not even giving me an opportunity to make it past the initial oracles to the tarot before the how hot this person is for you is coming out. Very fertile, like very creative. So whatever things you're working on, I will say, beyond just the erotic energy, how this person what makes this person hot for you, what turns them on, is how creative you are, how you always see possibilities, potential in situations and circumstances. This person really likes that you can kind of make something out of nothing. Whatever it is you're creating, whatever it is you work on, whatever it is you're passionate about, this person loves that. And they feel like anytime you're excited or passionate about something, they can tell that you are or would be, or they've also seen that same passion in the bedroom. Okay, that's how you turn this person on. Anytime you get excited about something, you start telling them about whatever it is you're doing, whatever you're building, working on, something new you've discovered, something new you've learned. It doesn't have to be transformative in a sense of just life-changing projects. It could simply be, oh, I found a new book, I found a new movie, I'm so excited about this thing I found in the store. As you tell them all about it, they'll like be hanging on to every word, not because they care, and half the time they may not be as engaged in whatever it is as you. They just love your passion for it, right? That erotic bliss, how climactic everything is for you when you're passionate about it. Okay, so I'm gonna pull from this tarot deck now, and we will get into how you turn this person's on further. This person, if they have not, they feel like sex with you would be explosive, okay? Like life-changing, okay? With these cards you have out already. Okay, pile 2, how you turn this person on. This is interesting. You have Temperance in this deck. It is Patience. It's funny because this energy is just funny. How passionate and how it is front facing. Like, your person is not shy about their sexual arousal for you. Just so we're clear, you have Temperance, right? That's Sagittarius, Jupiter energy, 9th house of expansion, of it is erotic, it is orgasmic energy, but patience, right? Naturally, it would have been that way just because it's ruled by Sagittarius and Jupiter. But in this specific deck, it is patience, because Temperance, it is a card of moderation, of doing things in balance. It rules alchemy and such. Having patience specifically in reverse is that this person is not trying to wait. They are not shy about their desire for you. They are not shy about their attraction to you. And something about which is interesting. So maybe you're experiencing that. Like I said that because if you're watching this reading, maybe you're just watching it for fun, just to see if it resonates. Your person doesn't feel shy. Like, you know exactly how you turn your person on. And if not, then this is all energy coming to head with that taking the plunge we saw earlier. This person's losing patience or does not have patience, and they are just really, really trying to engage you, especially on a sexual level. Okay, but how you turn them on is, so patience in reverse. shows that you have like a go-getter energy. You're not waiting for anything to be handed to you, and you're just ready to go. Honestly, you may actually engage this person sexually. You may initiate sex or engage this person on a level to feel them out for sex, and they like that. They like that go-getter vibe about you, of how you're gonna just go for it when that's what you want, right? Taking the plunge. If you've done that, they like that you just went for it, okay? Definitely so. So let me get 2 more cards and we'll take the bottom for this tarot deck. And I have lots more energy to tap into for your pile, okay? Yes, look at that. You got patient again. If you wanted to select pile 1, that may be part of your pile. Something, this is a totally different read, but they also had instances of patience. But you have here the 7 of Pentacles, patience and planning. They love how, they love your long-term vision. They love where you're headed in life. Like, it's not just all of your passion and your sexual energy, your sexual drive. They love that passion, and they love your plans and your goals and your aspirations. Like, they find that very attractive. They love that you have those things, right? And they love that you're not limited in that. So patience in reverse, patience upright. They love that you go when you need to and that you put pause when you have to. They love that balance, right? That balancing, that alchemy. You transform. You are, sometimes you're very, very aggressive and dominant in some instances with patience in reverse here, right? Alchemy. And then in other instances, you know when to wait patiently. You know when it's time to push pause, when it's not time to move. And that's how this person sees you. And they find it very attractive that you do have some things coming to ahead soon, like this patience and planning. This is something that is long due. Like, you've been working diligently towards something for quite some time, and you're either starting to see the results, or they foresee you seeing results in the near future regarding that, and they find it so attractive that you've got that. Okay, you do have the sun here, light. So again, vibrant energy coming through for you and how you're turning this person on. That's 2 cards. I guess we will take them. Look at that mirroring. They see a lot of themselves in you, but they love that alchemy, that you can be patient, you can lack patience, or you can be patient in any given circumstances, and that you know how to read a room enough to know which energy is most appropriate. Okay, because this shadow is someone that you had the sun, you had the moon, you have the star. You may be into astrology. You're here watching the tarot reading, so you may be, because you had the sun at the bottom, and now you got, okay, so these numbers may be relevant: 17, 18, 19, number 8, number again, you have 17 again, 27, all of those numbers. You got a lot of 7s and 8s here. So they may be relevant along with 1s, but you have all of this, the sun, moon, and the stars. This person loves how well-rounded you are. Like, you're the complete package, the complete universe. Alchemy at its finest, erotic bliss, like a worshiping energy. But again, you may be into astrology. That may be one of your hobbies. This person loves that you're interested in that. They find you so interesting because of that. But here we are with the shadow card. The shadow card talks about your hidden aspects, your feelings, your emotions. You're very deeply feeling. I was going to say healing, which is something that they love about you, and they feel like sex with you would be healing, but they feel like you're very, very a deep feeling person, and they love that. They love that you have that. They love that you're empathic towards other people, and that you feel very intensely, and that you're also not afraid of it with your shadow. Like, you face the aspects of yourself that may not be favorable, and like you're very open about it, transparent about it, and you're not ashamed in any way. You're yourself unapologetically. They love that about you. And then again, with this hope, they love that you constantly have faith, and you're always looking forward. You're not gonna let any setbacks or your shadow hold you back from pursuing things and being passionate and loving and just feeling of life. Beautiful, beautiful energy coming through for you. And you do have of your 4 cards, you've got major arcana energy coming through. So I'm just going to place this like that. We'll see what's at the bottom. It is 9 of Cups, fulfillment of wishes. Ace of Swords, triumph of success. You may be a very clear communicator. You do have success coming. They see that and they find that very, very alluring. It makes them feel good for whatever reason. I don't know if it's the security, if they need that to feel comfortable and to feel aroused, but they feel very, very I guess, impressed by the fact that you have lots of success and lots of goals that you're going to reach. But again, this fulfillment of wishes, like your wish comes true for this person. Again, they feel like you two mirror, you have a lot in common. Like, so this isn't a person that is just looking for your rewards that you've worked for. They also have their own coming in, and they just really love that you two can bond over that, and also that they can enjoy you. I heard the word burden, without the burden of you relying on them, because they may have issues surrounding that. But this Nine of Cups, it's fulfillment of wishes. They love that you take care of yourself. Like if you like to indulge in anything, like if you indulge in something often, they love that you do that for whatever reason. They think that's attractive and it turns them on. But again, this person just really, really, they think you like, you are just the best thing since sliced bread to this person for whatever reason. Like you, there's no wrong you can do. They love your shadow. They love your positivity. They love every aspect of you. And all of it turns them on. They love that switching of the energy and the transformative. They love how multifaceted you are and whatnot. I almost pulled from this erotic bliss card deck again. I may just take one really quick because I almost, like I grabbed it like I was headed for these, okay. The game of love, jealousy, and possessiveness is showing itself. Ideal romance. Let me get one more from this deck just because I don't know why I need to touch it again. But I want to move on to those astrology-based oracle decks. I almost like, wow. What you heard just now is my glass of water because I'm super dramatic and I'm drinking it from a wine glass. But I was thirsty. So I have this wine glass. I almost knocked it over. It was not going to be pretty. So it could be that, could be something related to your person's sexual energy. But look, you have the lady who waits number one. So this could be a waiting energy as it relates to your connection. I am going to goodness. Okay, I guess we're getting to the place where we'll start layering, and then we have seeking pleasure. So you may be waiting. This is not gender specific, lady who waits. Some of you, it may be for your connection specifically. This may be confirmation for you that it is the feminine that is waiting, right? With that patience and planning. Some of you, how you turn this person on is how patient and how you've been waiting for them, right? Seeking pleasure, like especially if it relates to sexually, if there's distance between you or for whatever reason you can't have sex, they find it very attractive. It's very alluring that you would only be with them, right? Again, it's not gender specific, but some of you need the confirmation of that it is the feminine. Others of you, it doesn't matter. You could both be feminine, both be masculine. It does not, don't bind yourself to that gender on the card if it does not apply, okay? Let the message fly and take what resonates. But yeah, some of you needed that confirmation because I was not going back to that deck. So let me go to this astrology-based deck like I intended, and we'll get more energy on how you turn this person on. But they like that patiently waiting. There's a certain submissive side to you that this person just really is turned on by. I will take, no, that's way too many. The certain submissive side though that is coming through, and you have surrender in reverse. So this person, they like it. They like that both. They like the submissive side, but they like the what's the word I'm looking for? Not combative, but when you resist, they see that as a challenge. Okay, I guess we'll take, you have a lot more cards than the other pile. You have Taurus energy, the lover. They love, again, passionate, loving energy. They love that about you. They love that you're loving, giving. They love I was going to say stocky. Some of you maybe, but I was going to say sturdy and stable. This may be a physical energy too. You may be very stable, very sturdy, very solid in your build, regardless of your gender or if you identify as masculine or feminine. Like they love that about you. So I'm going to put this here and let's see what these are. So you have planting moon, which is preparation. Again, all of your plans. They love all of this planning energy surrounding you, like all of your plans, your goals. They love that you plan. And some of you, it turns them on that you like kind of plan sex with them. Like when it comes to sex, like they know that you're waiting, you're planning for them specifically with this waiting energy of the sex. So like they know that you're only going to have sex with them. That may be the dom sub kink of you're going to wait until I say, right? Like if that's your foreplay, then that's your foreplay. It just feels like that is the energy coming through for this pile. You have Virgo energy, the healer, again, the kink, the good, bad, sweet, innocent, the angel demon kink, right? Like, you know what I mean? Good, bad, because Virgo often represents like the virgin in astrology. So it could be that, like, be good, be bad kind of energy. But again, we do have that healing energy here again. So we do have Taurus, second house, which is stability, assets. It is foundation. It is that dominant ownership energy. It is ownership. You are mine and no one else's kind of energy coming through. So that's part of how you turn this person on, is that ownership, that possessive side that you may have, or if they're very possessive, you feed into it, right? And then with Virgo, it is day-to-day life, health, wellness. It is, attention to detail. So if you're very attentive, it is also acts of service. That is, again, some submissive energy with acts of service. So that's the energy that you give off to this person, and this could be, it could be flipped. We do have a mirroring energy, or maybe you're both, but it's just, there's some switching of an energy coming through here. And you do have rest in reverse. So something about restless energy that turns this person on that you have. So I'll put this here, and now we will go to this Moonology deck so we can see what's going on. How do you turn this person on? They know that if they get their hands on you, if they haven't, or if like you have your way, like especially with this waiting energy, like it would be a very restless encounter, like very energetic and passionate, right? Especially with this preparation. Okay, great. New start is coming. So this person may be refreshing the connection if it's not new, right? If it's old, like some of you, this is a confirmation that this is a new situation, an evolving situation, something that's not years in the making, not an ex or anything like that. If you were wondering, right? That this was me confirming that energy. Some of you asked about one person and someone else came up in this pile. So maybe pick another pile for your person, but this is interesting for you. But if this is an ex, it's like this person's planning how to refresh, and they can kind of feel that you're preparing yourself for that as well. You're both preparing, and that turns them on, the fact that they can kind of see subtly you kind of hinting at, like in a flirty, playful way, that like you're still interested, that you're still engaged in them if this is an ex, especially even if this is a current connection that you've two been in for quite some time. It's like that's down sub kink, that waiting, that still distance, especially if it's a physical distance and you two have to travel to see each other, that, oh, I've been waiting for you. That turns them on anytime you let them know. If especially if you kind of like take pictures and send them stuff, I see that in this imagery for whatever reason. Like if you send them things that they can see, like I'm waiting for you, that really turns them on. At the bottom, you have meditate and contemplate. Yeah, when you pull back and you're like, well, since I'm not going to be able to be with you, I'm just going to just take it easy. Like if I can't, like that's the energy this person really, it makes them feel very powerful. I'm not going to lie, when you pull back like that, okay? With this meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. So like it's also that mysterious energy, like this is Pisces energy as well in the moon card. So that's 12th house energy here combined. And Neptune, like dreams, fantasies. When you feed into their dreams and their fantasies, like I feel like you do that a lot. Something about you, you know what turns them on, and you feed into it very subtly in some instances. And they just, it's a build up with this planning energy coming through, this waiting energy. Like when you tease them like that, it just really does it, okay? So let me pull from this last astrology based oracle deck. But yeah, it's a healing 12th house themed connection for sure. Okay. But something about it is also very earthy, because why we have all of this earth energy, I'm realizing, right? We've got Taurus, we've got Virgo, and planting is earth like energy. Okay. Could be fall season, could be time that is relevant to the connection. And then you know what I mean? It could be relevant to the connection, but it also is, could be around outside, ground, gardening, planting, just the outdoors. Could be related to the connection of some nature, okay? You have Pisces again. I think it was for me to get the picture. Like, okay, it's partly for you, but me as the reader, I'm being, I'm not catching on as quickly as I should be, because we do have Virgo Pisces axis, but Pisces is here again. That is heavy, heavy, heavy fantasy based Pisces energy. Okay, it says intimacy, intuition, and compassion. This is a sign of intimacy. This person is very, like, everything about you, it puts them in a fantasy base. Like, this could very well be what's their sexual fantasy pile, honestly, because this is so sexual fantasy energy. Like, this person fantasizes about you all the time, and everything you do puts them in a position to think about having you sexually. Okay, 3 instances of Pisces energy, of 12th house energy. You 100% have 12th house synastry with this person, but that Virgo Pisces axis, that day-to-day life versus that intimate setting, that outside versus inside, logical mind versus subconscious mind, that's a huge theme within your connection. So this could be a very private connection. You may not be like out with people for whatever reason with this privacy axis here, the day-to-day life versus whatever. But either way, even if it's not the case, this person, what turns them on is how you interact with them day to day, right? This is day-to-day energy. They like how you act with them day to day. And with this alchemy and this patience and this waiting, it's like you act like you're supposed to in day to day outside, but then in private, in the intimate settings, it switches, right? Like, so if you're very passive and whatnot day to day, then in the bedroom you may be very dominant and aggressive. If you are very a dominant day to day, like outgoing, moving around, very active, then when it comes time to intimate settings, you're very submissive. It just feels like that's that switch that's happening, and it turns this person on. At the bottom, you have more stability, more house 2 energy, heavy Taurus energy here of physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. It's all about possessive. This person knowing that you are theirs and that they are yours is a huge kink for them. It is a huge turning on, like waiting, you are mine. Like, you wait when I say, like, that's the kink. Okay. Again, security, possessive nature, like very possessive energy coming through for your person. I'm going to put this here. We'll layer this here. I almost grabbed that deck again. Y'all, I am not. I promise I'm not. But, and I wasn't doing that in pile 1. So this is specific to pile 2 that I'm trying to pull from that deck again, that initial one. This person is kinky with you, okay? Let me pull from this Melanin Pop deck and see if we can get more energy surrounding this connection. Okay, I think I got 2. Yeah, exactly. Look at that. You've got age, maturity, clever, charming, experience. This is the silver fox. So someone may be more mature. We do have here Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, and Libra energy. Yeah, I think so. I'm so sorry. I can barely see it. That's why. Let me see. Yeah. And then you have Emperor energy. So this is Emperor energy. It's not necessarily just someone older, because this could be your confirmation that this is reminding you of your person, right? But it is just someone with that Emperor energy. This is definitely an Emperor card here. That is you and your person, again, that switch. Your person likes that you embody those characteristics because they see it in themselves too, but they like to kind of dominate you like that. And see the slow and steady, that's that patience energy. It says wise, planning, meticulous, careful, delays. This is a person that likes when you make them wait, or they like to make you wait to exert a certain dominance. Again, it's part of the kink, like the waiting, the not right now. We're day to day, we've got things to do, we're busy, I'm busy, I'm working on this, I have to go do that later on. That's the kink, right? You do have the gold digger card at the bottom. It says transactional relationships, superficial love, materialistic. This is not literal. Some instances it is. I feel like some of you are asking about a sugar baby connection though. I will say that. I have some sugar babies here that are, again, with the lady that waits, the gold digger, silver fox, the more mature masculine. Some of you are asking truly about a sugar baby connection, but sugar baby, sugar daddy, but that's not the dominant energy here. I just wanted to make sure that those of you that I see you, okay, you're here. But this gold digger energy is all about that ownership. And that's why you're coming through with this pile. If you are not in like a sugar daddy, sugar baby connection, it's not because like, don't, like, some people are weird. I mean, some people don't like that. Don't be offended if you're in this pile with that group. It's just that whole ownership. Like, you are mine. I said this. This is when it happens. Like, if you're in that dom sub kink, then that is why you are here, because that's very, very similar energy. Okay. And so and even if it's not as extreme as the dom sub energy of the kink of when I say, there's that subtle dynamic in your connection. It may be subtle. It may be beneath the surface without you even acknowledging it openly, but there's a certain energy of dominance and submissive nature here where it is, you are mine, a kind of vibe. Like I said, your person either likes that they're on the receiving end of being the dominant, like of being the submissive of I am yours, like either your person's the I am yours or your person's the you are mine side, right? In either way, it really turns them on to either have that power or to be receiving that power, if that makes sense. Okay. Let me just get a good little shuffle and see how you turn your person on. Okay, pile 2. How you turn your person on. Great, I've got 2. 2 could very well be a very important number in your connection. I got 2 here that jumped out together, and I've got 2 here that are jumping out together. So you got to make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Yeah, make the effort. Look at that clinging energy though. You are mine. That's that you are mine energy. Make the effort. This person loves either side. If they are the person that's making the effort, they love how receptive you are to their advances, to their energy. When they give you gifts, this is a gift. Like, if you give them gifts, they love that. And if you're receiving gifts and you're very appreciative, and the way you respond, whatever your response is to them giving you things, and the way that they when they do things for you materially, like if they give you money, if they give you gifts, if they help you in some way, your response turns them on. So if you're very submissive and you're like, thank you, like if it's a very appreciative thank you, right? Like a very grateful response, they love that. If it's a cold, well, do better next time, for whatever reason, they like being handled that way. Whatever your response is to them giving you stuff, it just does it, okay? And make the effort. They like how you respond. And if you are the one that is making that effort, giving them things, they love that. That makes them feel valued. You do have finances and career. So here's your confirmation, sugar babies, sugar daddies. That's you, okay? It says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Now, I don't believe that it is just about that. Again, that is the kink. If this is your pile, if you are in that connection, others of you, this is a lot about finances, ownership, and assets. So this person in day-to-day energy with that Virgo, that's where I was headed. That day-to-day energy, that working, again, that waiting. You're going to wait for me when I'm working, or you're working. When you finish working, you can have a treat, like kind of again, that's the kink. That's the kink, okay? Like finances and career, like someone busy and making sure that they have time. You're going to patiently wait with the lady who waits, like, wait for me. I'm very busy. You know that, silver fox, right? The emperor, passion, right? That waiting, that delaying, just furthering that passionate feeling and the desire for one another. Like that is how you turn this person's on. If you make them wait, or if, again, you're waiting for them as instructed, okay? Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, passion, okay? Let me see. I'm going to pull from this deck. I have 3 more after this. I have a couple of love-based decks, and then I do have the actual Okay. Law of attraction. Love that energy. So it says, we attract what we are. Use the law of attraction to manifest your perfect match by being the perfect match to yourself first. Some of you, again, in that sugar baby, sugar daddy count, it's the attraction, right? Like the dynamic is exactly what they want, and they expect you to behave as such. Again, even in a dom sub combination, they expect you to behave in your role exactly as they expect you to. But law of attraction, if you are in your person are not in either of those extremes, the reason you're in this pile is because you two know what each other like. You know what each other's kinks are, and you handle it well, right? You handle it well, right? We attract what we are. Use the law of attraction to manifest your perfect match. They feel like you're their perfect match, right? And like you mesh well with what they want in a partner and sexually as well. Okay. Accountability. That's a kink, right? It says someone needs to take accountability for their actions. It may be you, your partner, or both of you. Acknowledging the effect of your behavior allows you to move forward. I can see some kinky punishments here. I'm not gonna lie, like, you didn't do what I said, here's the kink, right? I'm not gonna lie, like this accountability. This person likes how you respond to them holding you accountable, and they like how or they like how you hold them. Okay, if whichever one I said. Okay, so like for example, if you hold them accountable, they like that you go in and are like, hey, listen, this is what you need to do. Like they like that. They like that dominance. And if they do that to you, they like they like how you kind of react to it, whether it is you being dominant and going toe to toe with them, or if it's you submitting and saying, yeah, you're right, let me be better. Whatever your response is to the accountability aspect of the connection is a kink, right? Like if you're dominant and you go toe to toe with them, it turns them on, and they kind of want to reel you in. If you submit and you're like, fine, whatever, they're like, ooh, like, good girl, good boy. You know what I mean? Like that's the energy. So either way, and in some instances, your person likes either reaction because they're just kinky like that. They like either reaction. They're just waiting to see which one they're gonna get. But some of you do have that one-sided energy where you're one or the other. So take it as it resonates. Sorry, I am dropping the cards. Let me get from this deck. Okay. Healing love. Okay. I do want one more from this deck. I see transitional love, which makes sense if this is a agreement, right? You have healing love. It says, sorry, it's dark now, so we're using unnatural light. You can tell I'm thrilled about it. This love will force you to heal all of those parts of yourself you've been neglecting. You deserve healthy love. So again, something about whatever the arrangement is, whatever the connection is, it makes this person feel very, very good. But I want another card because we do have transitional love, and I know that already with some of you. I want to see if I can get an energy for those of you that are not on those extremes. What is that is slipping out? Intellectual affair actually is one of the ones that hit the floor, and I saw. So intellectual affair says, there will be a strong intellectual bond, a love influenced by logic. Over analyzing could be an issue. You two are intellectual equals. You two are mentally on the same page. They love that. That's what turns them on about you, is you two being on the same mental page. And again, you both may be very career driven or career oriented with that career and finances. And they love that you're a match, you're a counterpart to them, and that it just works really, really well. And that you two can either be dominant or submissive to one another. They just think about that. And they love that you have your own life and that you're busy. They love that. Like for whatever reason, if this person is super busy, they love that you're busy too, because that adds to the kink. They don't have to feel guilty for being busy, but they know they have to wait, and they like that in some instances, they may be used to a dynamic where they are dominant, right? They have someone that, not saying that they pay, that like it could be a sugar baby situation, but even if it's not, they're used to the person that they're dating or courting kind of waiting, right? Lady who waits, waiting around for them, but you do not. You may have your own life. You hold them accountable. If you want to see me, then you have to get on my calendar. I don't have time for that. I am busy, right? Like they love that you have all of that in your own right, right? Oh, look at that. Exactly. Didn't know this was here, but here we are. Power couple, two people who are equals and fiercely independent from one another, encouraging goodness in the world. Well, that's the topic that I was just covering. That's all that I was just saying. Didn't know that was at the bottom, but yeah, this is what turns this person on about you in some instances. And again, some of you, it is the submissive energy or the dominant energy. Others of you, they like that you match them. Okay, let me figure out where let's start shifting here. Okay. And then we will pull now from the Twin Flames Soulmates Oracle deck. And then after that, we have our last deck, which is the Erotic Sex Answers Oracle. So I want 3 from this deck, and then I will pull about 6 to 8 from that one, so we can get more of the kinky energy about how you turn this person on. So pile 2, how do you turn on your person that you're asking about? Give me some clarity on that. There's a card, tie the knot. So yeah, it might be cuffs, might be tying up, like somebody is in control and the other isn't, or is to a certain degree, but not dominantly so. And this person just really loves that. And tie the knot could also be that, again, that security, that stability of knowing that you are theirs. And you're theirs until they say you're not, or until it doesn't work out. Like they're very secure in the connection. They love how confident they are that you are theirs and that they are yours. Okay, love that. They love, some instances, they love how secure you are. Like you're waiting because you're not worried. Like they like that. You're not necessarily openly jealous. I do feel heavy jealous underlying energy here, but even if you are, you're stable enough to where even though you feel the jealousy, you're not going to act a certain way about it because you're secure in the connection. You know they're not going anywhere, if that makes sense, unless they do something chaotic. Okay. I just saw Cold Heart, I think, almost come out. I felt like that's that card. So again, some of you, they like that attachment, and those are some of those elements from pile 1 coming through. Goodness, that's a lot of cards. We're not going to, wait a minute. There's cards on the floor from the other pile. Okay, so we are going to take them. I just found cards from the other pile. I mean, not the other pile, from the other. Let's just take what we have. I'm going to put this down. We'll look at the bottom of the deck, but let me just, yeah. Okay. So these were on the floor. Did not know they were. Apparently I lost them when I did this deck. It says, long haul. You may be interested. You may have your love. I don't know why I'm saying you may be interested. You may have interest. Someone has interests somewhere in something that benefits them, and for whatever reason, it could be financial based. But yeah, it says your love interest may be in it for the long haul. Be willing to go through it all with you. Enjoy the journey. I don't know why I can't read this. I don't know why. But again, that confidence, that tying the knot, that stability, that security, confirming that message. Didn't know that was on the floor. And then you have Devil in Disguise. So again, that's that role-playing energy. That's that kinky side. That's that one way outside in this earth energy, this Virgo Pisces axis, this external energy, day-to-day, you're one way. And then behind closed doors, privately, intimately, you're another way. They love that switch up. Okay, it says someone may appear like an angel, but has a hidden dark side. Don't let them pull the wool over your eyes. They love that about you, okay? Definitely turns them on. They love the kinky side of you. But yeah, we'll take these cards that fell. But that definitely confirmed that tie the knot energy. And then the one that is openly, it's distance. So I did mention those of you where it's the distance and the waiting, and they love that waiting, that anticipation, that build up. And then you have two more. That's a relationship and coming together. You are theirs. They love that you are theirs. They love how confident they are and secure they are in the connection and the nature of it, and that you both are on the same page and that you both want the same things. Love that makes them able to truly enjoy you fully, because you know there's no guilt, there's no shame, there's no fear, because you two know exactly what it is. And then you have long lasting in reverse. So some of you, again, it's not meant to be long lasting. It's meant to be temporary, because you did have transitional love. And it is. If that is the nature, right? If you just have a sexual kink, like you're both having sex and enjoying each other with the dom sub thing, if you have the sugar baby, sugar daddy thing, it's meant to be temporary, and that is the case. Those of you where that is not the case, even if it's a friends with benefit situation, this is it. But some of you, it just that's what it's meant to be. Okay, so let me just see what the bottom of the deck is. And I think that's why when that came out, I had all of these other energies coming through, long haul, because there's a contradictory energy, because all of you have different experiences. Some of you have long lasting, like are not gonna last long, and others of you are meant to be in it for the long haul and shifting gears. They love how you shift gears on them. They love to switch up, like we talked about earlier. So let me get myself together. I'm going to take a sip of water, and then we'll try that other deck, okay, and close this out. All right, I got my water. Let's close this out. I do have my erotic sex answers oracle hybrid. Let's see what we get. But like I said, there's two energies. Some of you that are kind of in it for that long haul energy. And those of you where it's temporary, and you two are very aware of it, and that is okay. You'll know where you fit based on the energy that I was describing. But how you turn this person on is the topic. So let's see, part 2, how you turn this person on. The person may like to tug on your hair. Like I'm like snatching my hair right now with the card. So this person may like that, okay? They may like to do that, or they may like their hair tugged on. Fetish. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This whole pile is a kink. Like I use the word a lot, kink, in these 18 plus readings, but I mean, it's a kink. I mean, it feels either transactional or just kind of role playing like esque, and it's just there. It's a fetish. It's a kink. Okay, like the whole sexual nature, the whole sexual side of the connection. If that's not all it is, it's a very much a fetish. Okay. And I think I'm going to pull 8 from this deck. So let's see how you turn them on. Yeah, it is a fetish. Like they kind of have a bit of a fetish. It could be negative, you know, your connection, but I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is, honestly. But something about whatever, like whether it's how you look, how you are, something, whatever that fetish is, you know what that word means. If you don't Google it, or honestly, if you don't know what it means, you might not be old enough, mature enough, experienced enough to be watching this reading. But yeah, that exists in this connection, and that's part of what turns them on, is that fetish. Okay. There's negative connotations, and then there's not that bad connotations. Does something flip? No. Okay. How you turn this person on? I mean, yeah, some instances it's gonna be a booty call, right? Could be. Like I said, this is my kinky pile. Very kinky. Okay. Let's see more on how you turn them on. Okay. I'm gonna pick this up. I will say, while we're picking up all of this that spilled over, that could be definitely a sexual connotation. As me saying, you do have domination at the bottom, but that booty call energy, that could be either them reaching out to you, you reaching out to them. Either way turns them on. Okay. Lasting long. Wow. long lasting in reverse too. So this person might like it quick. They can tell that, okay, like something about you, you arouse them so much, they know that it's not gonna be a long two sides. Some of you are here for the long haul, or maybe it could be when they want to go long, you have the capacity to. When they want to go quick, they can tell too, because you have long lasting in reverse 2 times, right? Lasting love and then lasting long lasting. So again, they like that it's those of you where it's temporary, they like that it's temporary. Those of you where, they like it quick, you make it happen quick, right? But again, in the long instances where it's a long haul, and it could be the same connection. I'm not saying this to just 2 sides, a long haul side and a long lasting side, and a long lasting in reverse side. I'm saying when this person wants a quickie, they feel like you'd be able to get that done. Okay, so let me see. I've already got 3. Okay, so I've only got 3 from this deck. Let me get more. Orgasmic, exactly, right? You get it done, right? You get it done. How you turn them on, exactly. It happens. They finish. Period. You turn them on, they finish. Okay? And then it's 4. So we're halfway there. This person might be counting down. That's interesting, okay? How you make, I almost said how you make them come. Oh my gosh. This pile is so kinky. Okay, how you turn them on. It's 2. Didn't mean to get 2, but let's go. You're the one I want. Again, that possessive energy, that very possessive energy, that you are mine. I'm testing your limits. It could be, again, that kink, that boundary, that domination energy that came through of what I say on either side. And I'm going to pull one more. We'll take the bottom and close this out. Hot sex. Okay, hot sex. That's the energy of this pile and how you turn them on. Need to be uninhibited. So like, again, if you're restrained, or you have a restraint, or if you are I feel like there are extremes here, either very, very open or very, very closed off and reserved. And that's part of the kink here for this pile and how you turn this person on, okay? So those are the energies that came through for you and your person and how you turn them on. Hopefully it resonated for you, pile 2. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we have here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile 3, if you selected what I am referring to as the hot chocolate or the hot mocha, it's got a little whipped cream on top with a little drizzle of chocolate on it. This is your reading. I'm going to pull from this deck first, just so I can get an energy feel, just an 18 plus energy feel for how your person, how you turn your person on, right? And then I have this by opposite. This is not, sorry, I cleansed the decks and did not properly place them. This is the tarot deck that I'm going to be using to get more details. This is the oracle deck that I'm going to use to just get some overall messages, just an overall message that will help me see what energy for you, or just the connection overall. But like I said, we're going to lead with this 18 plus energy, and then we will develop it as we see, how this person is turned on by you. Okay, this is a tiny deck. There's only so many options from it, so we will see. I don't know why I felt need to share that. So pile 3, give me, okay, what is that? Okay, we'll get another one. You may be in a third party situation. This person may be taken, you may be taken. Some of you know this already, but again, if you're asking about someone that's unavailable or someone that has a situation, right, then just know that that's part of the kink. That's part of what turns them on, is the forbidden nature, the forbidden aspect of the connection. So basically the aspect of not being able to have you, not supposed to have you, like all basically the energy of the fear, and also this doubt and indecision when you are detached and distant, and when you're not available, or when you just kind of are distant, it kind of makes this person want you a little more. Okay, at the bottom you do have jealousy and possessiveness, which aligns with that energy perfectly, right? When you are, you know, distant and attached, this person kind of gets jealous and possessive. That's kind of how it happens. You may have wanted to pick a different pile. So let me just get another overall energy just to see what is the overall energy of this connection. Pile 3. Like, you may be this extra hand, you may be the hidden one, or maybe you're the one that's out and you know this person kind of has a wandering eye. It just depends on the nature of your connection. And it could be flipped. This could be you with the person, or you hiding them, and you with them with the wandering eye. It could be either or, okay? Not saying that this is a set in stone energy. It just feels like one of you is detached. You know, in some instances that is related to a third party situation. In other instances, it is just this person's either a forbidden nature of the connection, a hidden nature of the connection, someone that doesn't know what they want, someone that is emotionally immature or is afraid of intimacy. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, I don't mean to knock this, but yeah, it just feels like that detachment, that not being able to be available is kind of what makes you attractive, right? Like, they're not supposed to have you, or you're not available to them for your own choices for whatever reason, okay? There's a card that wanted to jump out. I'll take it. Healing. Okay. So it says, the frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. So healing. This, I heard, and these cards match it, but it's just an interesting thing. This person is turned on by the fact that you are a work in progress. If you are troubled, right, doubt and indecision, if you are troubled and on a healing journey, or need healing, need to be fixed, that is what this person, like, I don't want to say admires, but that turns them on. They like that. They like that you're troubled, that you need support, if that makes sense. At the bottom, you have prosperity. Now, that's a good sign. It means that while they feel like you're troubled and you need support, you need help, you have the capacity for healing. Like, this is just how they're seeing you. This is just what about you turns them on. You and all of your troubles and your troubled past or history, you're healing it, you're evolving, you're growing beyond it. And they see a very prosperous future ahead for you. It says, the frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. So this person sees your potential here. They see your potential to be a lot more than what you currently are. And for whatever reason, that turns them on, okay? So let me get a good shuffle, and we will hop right into how you turn this person on. And remember, those messages, the healing, prosperity, is just also, it's not just related to the connection. My intention was also just to get you messages that you need to hear. So maybe this is a message that, yes, you're doing what you need to do on your healing journey. You're moving accordingly, and you do have a very prosperous future ahead of you, if that is something you've been wondering about. Like, if you stumbled upon this reading and you needed other messages for guidance, this is your confirmation that that is so. Okay. This deck is really tight, okay? For whatever reason, it's really tight today. Okay. Okay, pile 3. How do you turn this person on? see if we can get one to start. I want a total of 3. And I want the bottom of the deck energy, pile 3. Go ahead and give me something. How you turn this person on. Thank you. Okay, we have here the shadow, which is the moon. Okay, they like the hidden aspect, right? This is Pisces. I do read it as Cancer as well, but Pisces 12th house energy. It is saying shadow. Again, if you are a work in progress, here it is. They can see it very clearly. I think part of how you turn them on is they've seen you at your worst in some instances. And like, because they've seen you at your worst, they feel like they'd love to see you even more. Like they can handle your worst. So they hope that they have the opportunity to see you at your best. And that's the kink, is seeing you at your worst and knowing what that looks like already. And also, it could be seeing you at your naughtiest side, but that doubt and the indecision, that work in progress, and also that hidden themes, those 12th house themes of secrecy and hiding of the connection, right? Could be the secrecy surrounding the connection that is part of the sexual kink. Okay, so let me put this down and we'll see if we can get the 2 more energies coming through for you and your connection. Let's see, how do you turn this person on? Pile 2. I want more clarity so we can just tie all of this together. 2 cards, please. And we'll take the bottom. Pile 3. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'll show you these and I will take the 2 that fell face down. So these may be relevant messages, but we're not gonna lay them on the table. You've got the 2 of Pentacles, movement, choices, decisions, that indecision energy, juggling multiple situations. Could be a third party, or it could just be trying to figure out how you 2 balance each other in your lives. Okay, so you've got that card coming through. Put it right here on top because we're going to take the bottom after I see what those 2 that we're taking are. We've got the 5 of Wands, which is obstacles and challenges. I often want to read this as a 5 of Pentacles because I don't use this deck that often. Refamiliarizing myself with it could be relevant to the connection, but again, chaotic energy, struggle, combative nature energy. And then you have the Hermit, which is solitude. So for some of you, if you were wondering if you are in a third party situation, only those of you where you're not certain. If you're not certain, right, down in the decision that you're in a third party decision, this is your confirmation that no, you are not. Your person literally just likes to be alone, right? They like to be alone. If that was your question related to your connection. Now, others of you, your person's wondering as well. Okay, so let's see what these last 2 cards are. 5 of Swords, conflict and defeat, troubled soul, right? Someone with a little trouble, someone trying to figure things out, someone trying to heal and get where they're going. Because conflict and defeat, this is the 5 of Swords, is typically a self-sabotaging energy, right? They like that this prosperity, right? They like that you are stepping out of this combative energy. They like that you are opening up to them. Honestly, in some instances, they like that you push them away with that doubt and indecision. They do. They like that you push them away, that you fight the connection, that you resist them, that turns them on. Okay, some of you, this is a person that you have rejected or are actively rejecting, and they don't care. Okay, right? 7 of Swords, deception and envy, right? So again, that's that third party, that sneaky energy, that sneaky hidden thing. So this is 100% a connection. What is that? I have no idea what that was, but something like, it's like really loud. You possibly could hear it. It's not in here. I don't even know what's going on. But yeah, look at these swords here. It's 2 swords cards. So a lot of mental anguish, a lot of emotional anguish with this moon, but mental and emotional manipulation, heavy themes of that here already. And it's just, again, it's not feeling, again, it's very shadow based. I'm not going to lie. So let me see what the bottom is the heart chakra, number 4. So being open and receptive. Okay. So This makes things a little more clearly. This person can see, look at this green. You've got money coming in. If you didn't know, congratulations. So, but this person can see that. This person can see that you're becoming more prosperous, that you're living a more heartfelt life after whatever this shadow is, healing from this doubt and decision. You may have a traumatic past. This person likes that. I don't want to say that they like it. That's not the right word usage. They are attracted to that wounded history, that shadow, that you've been betrayed by people before, because they see it as an opportunity to show you something better, to love you in a better way, a different way, a way you're not used to being. They feel like they can fix you, they can support you, and all of that trauma, it does turn them on because it makes them feel needed. I know that does not sound healthy, but that's the way that I'm describing the energy. So let's develop this energy further so we can see. I do have these astrology based oracle decks so that we can get more clarity on the connection. So we can get more clarity on the connection. Pile 3. It's too many. I want 1, but if I get 2, I'll take them. There we go. Number 21, full moon, fulfillment. That is your card. This person, what turns them on about you is how rich you allow yourself to live life even through the trauma. Okay? Even through the trauma, and they love the opportunity to be what enriches your life, to what fills you up. Literally could be a sexual innuendo, to fill you up, and to make you feel completely fulfilled. Like what turns them on is when they create opportunities for healing, of openness, of prosperity for you, and like you feel good as a result. Like they it turns them on when they see themselves as doing a job well done. I'm creating space for this deck. You have the Pisces energy again, number 30. It is the psychic. You're very empathic. You may absorb other people's trauma. Some of you, this isn't necessarily your trauma. It is other people's. Why you have multiple people. I'm reading it as third party because it is for some of you. But these multiple people here are not necessarily involved in the connection. These are just multiple energies that you absorb, right? You absorb other people's energy. You may be psychic. You may just be empathic, simply intuitive. But by you feeling other people's feelings, seeing other people's shadow, helping to heal, you may work in an industry where you help heal and support people, especially as it relates to trauma that you've directly experienced. And you may be very successful with prosperity, very lucrative at it, but it comes from the heart. It's not about that prosperity, right? That's a natural result of doing something you're passionate about, something that is close and near and dear to your heart. This person deeply admires you, and it does turn this person on that you are in that field of helping to support people that may have been where you once were, as you rose above it, right? Especially with fulfillment and a psychic, it's like you have that foresight of helping to support other people on that journey so that they can work through situations that you've already mastered, or prevent them from having to learn hard lessons that you have. So it could be things related to mental health. You have Pisces here heavily, so you may be it could be mental health wise, it could be physical health wise. You may be a doctor or a nurse or therapist, counselor of some sort. You may deal with social services, things of that nature, just struggle and whatnot. It could even be law with the deception and envy, just trying to help resolve issues in circumstances in people's lives. You're very good at it, and this person recognizes that. Okay, it could be that. Also, it could be literally psychic. You could be a spiritual practitioner of some sort. Any of the things where you're helping, healing people, and supporting people from the heart, from circumstances that maybe you may have experienced, and even if not, you just empathize very deeply with these people. Okay, so let me pull from this Moonology deck so we can get more energy on what turns this person on. Yeah, this person loves seeing you in your element as it relates to this you do. And I say very prosperous, but though some of you here most of you, it is the career, but some of you here, it's not necessarily a career. It is possibly something you do, like a community service. You know what I mean? Like something you donate your time to. Okay. So let me see how you turn this person on. This person loves that you can see them for who they really are, regardless of whether or not they want you to. Like, you can see aspects of them that they don't share with you, and they like that they don't have to share it with you, and that even though you see them for who they are, you don't judge them. You accept them as they are. Okay, what is this? Is this a upside? No, it's okay. This just fell that way. So you have faith in your dreams. It is the waxing crescent moon, but it is in reverse. So have faith in your dreams. It shows that that's that energy that was coming through at the beginning. So some of you are the troubled and haven't stepped into this prosperous energy. So if that is you, right, where this person is your support, you are trying to find your way into that energy of that heart, of that prosperity, of that healing from the trouble and the trauma. This person, again, they're very attracted to that dim spirit. So some of you, this is a toxic situation, right? I'm not going to lie. Like, you know, someone that really is preying on you, because again, if you are, we don't sugarcoat things. It's starting to rain. That's what I'm hearing. That's the noise. It's starting to rain. So it's interesting that it starts to rain during your pile. I've been waiting for it all day to rain, and here it finally is. This person being, I guess, aroused by your dim spirit. It's not necessarily good. All of you, this is not the case, but some of you it is. Okay. Now, there are other instances where this person is attracted to that because it helps. They're attracted to the potential. They see who you can be, and you're lacking in the confidence. You're lacking in faith. You're not believing that you can be this prosperous energy, this heart energy, this healed state, but they believe in you, and they like that they see. It's attractive to them when they see you feeling fulfilled, feeling more engaged in their belief. Like, they're pouring this into you. Like, some of you, again, it is a person that is a fixer. They like to fix people that they consider to be damaged. This person, this energy I'm describing could be this person's energy of them being very successful in whatever career field that I've described, especially as it relates to mental and physical health and healing. As it relates to trauma, they may have done that, and they see themselves in you with this mirroring energy, and they're seeing that dim spirit, and they're loving that they can feed and nurture that and kind of help to be the one to heal you. Okay. Like, this could be your therapist or your doctor of some sort in some instances. Okay. They're seeing the opportunity to kind of mentor you and help you flip this upright, right? They're helping you to have faith in your dreams. Now, again, others of you, it is I'm hearing some, like, the random message of, like, what is that? I have no idea what that noise is. It's so distracting. I'm assuming that it's related to the rain, but I don't normally hear noises like that with the rain. It's like someone's knocking down the door or whatever. But anyway, you have the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. So yeah, definitely the case. We did mention the career and social status, prosperity, someone that's arising to prominence. If they haven't already, this is what they see in you. This is what they're attracted to. Like I said, if you're you're either the wounded that's working through the healing that they can support, or you were once wounded or connected to those that are wounded and are the healer, right? That's the two energies, the dominant energies coming through. But I put this here, but I'm going to, I guess I'll leave it for now. I have space still. But yeah, it's all about stepping out of a cycle. So then some of you, this person really is sexually attracted to your resilience, which is interesting. I know this is not like a sexual energy coming through, but this is, I guess, what is initially attracting this person to you. right? And you have that doubt and indecision, that hesitation as it relates to connection. Because again, I did mention that forbidden aspect. So maybe we haven't made it to the sexual energy yet. We will peel it out. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna force it, but it's here. I definitely see it here. But it's very subtle because I don't believe that a lot of you have actually gone there yet with this person. And even if so, it's deeply private because it's not something that should be happening for a variety of reasons. And honestly, even if for a variety of reasons, that based on what I've listed so far, I could see a lot of scenarios where this is not supposed to be happening. But again, listen, if you've been watching me for a while, you know I may use the word like scandalous. I might call it scandalous, but we do not judge here. We share the messages, okay? We get the info. Okay, so let me see. How do you turn this person on, pal? I keep wanting to say, how does this person see you? And it makes no sense because I've been doing this reading all day and like I'm refreshed. I had soup. Okay, like I definitely had soup, which is interesting since we have this nurturing energy coming through, because I definitely made soup for myself. It was good too. So, but I'm just how does person see you? So we'll get it. Let's keep pulling through these astrology based decks and we'll tie this energy in. Okay. Some of you, this is like this is a very physical energy with Capricorn. It is Saturn. It is lessons, right? It is, but it is earth based in the physical plane. And this is dreams. Some of you, this person, they like how rooted in reality you are. Like you may be lacking in faith, spiritual faith. And they see an opportunity to make a believer out of you. This could be religious energy with this psychic energy and this like you may be so practical that this person sees an opportunity to help you find your faith in some type of religion or spiritual practice. So they see that and like they see that as a challenge. And so but they like that you're rooted in reality, but that you're a go-getter. So it's not just the lacking in spiritual faith. It's also you're not going to just sit there and think and dream things. You've been through so much that you're building something concrete, because dreaming does nothing if you don't if you don't take action, right? With this Pisces energy, these two Pisces cards, like it is if you dream and you just allow it to float and just stay in your mind and you don't take action, physical concrete action, then what is the point? And they like that mentality that you have. You may actually engage them directly as it relates to sex. Like you may be very dominant and just pursue them like directly romantically or sexually. You may make direct sexual advances at them and they like that actually turns them on. And if you're not that direct, if that's not your energy, then when they make advances at you, you feed into it and you give it right back to them. Because with have faith in your dreams reverse, it's like they realize that their attraction for you, your attraction for them, the sexual energy between the two of you is not in their head. And it's the more real it is, the more you feed into it, they feed into it, the more tangible it becomes and the more physically aroused they become as a result. So let's see, what is this? Water. I've been getting a lot of the same cards. Some of you may be picking the same multiple piles, but again, these energies, even if you do pick multiple piles, totally different. Like 1, 2, and 3, totally different, even though there were correlations, okay? But you have water, that is Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. We have Pisces again. It says spirituality, emotion, intuition, compassion. Again, those are the energies, this moon energy here. We talk about it. It feels like that spiritual, mental health themes here, right? Connecting as it relates to something spiritual or mental based or things like that. That's what's coming through. Let me see what's at the bottom. Jupiter. It says grow and expand. What did I say? Learning, growing, evolving. Could be a teacher, mentor of some sort, connection between the two of you. But this person loves your journey, how you're evolving, growing, learning, possibly teaching others. That is very attractive to them. Let me I guess I can put this Jupiter here. It's not lost on me, right? Like if you can see over here, it's pink, just like this rose quartz. You may need a rose quartz, you may love a rose quartz. Something about this rose quartz and me putting that Jupiter card next to it, not even thinking about it until it laid there, it may be relevant for you and possibly even your connection. But yeah, growing, expanding your heart, right? Like you're evolving and you're also expanding theirs. Just something about those energies. Okay. We'll get to the energy. I'm probably gonna rely on this melanin pop deck a lot. Sorry, these cards are sticking. Something may be sticky. Because this is an eclectic deck. There's so many messages that can come out, so I might get more themes. But I do have a few more. I actually have a lot of love decks that I still have to go through. Actually, to be more specific, after this one, I have 5 more decks, and then we can so we can specify that 18 plus energy, because right now it's just the trauma coming through and the connection itself coming through and how they're feeling just in general about you and what they like versus what is just arousing them. Because I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit, I'm not being judgy, but it's a little disturbing, some of the things that are coming through as how you turn this person on. Like it kind of feels like an unfair power dynamic. That's probably the part of the energy surrounding the forbidden nature of it, but we're working through it. Let's see. Pile 3. Hot sauce. Attractive, feisty, on a roll, temperature, climate, debates. So again, this person just finds you really attractive. It could be your energy. It could be that troubled energy. Like it could be a bit of an attitude. It could be a bit of aggressive, a bit dominance. Something about this here. And it could be just your physical appearances too. Something about you is very, very physically attractive to this person. But hot sauce, very relevant. I think I want a total of 3. So let me at least learn how to hold the deck. And then I'll pull 2 more cards from this deck. Okay, how you turn this person on. Okay, secret admirer. So that could be why it's not like a heavy sexual energy. It could, I did all of the secrecy energy, right? 7 of Swords is sneaky. Moon is sneaky, and here we are with this other sneaky energy. It says crush, stranger, love, daydreaming, surprises. This may be someone that you don't know very well, that you haven't evolved a connection with very well. In some instances, a lot of you, that is the case. But again, this also reaffirms the passion that happens in private between the two of you, if this is something that is established but secret and hidden for whatever reason. Okay, I can see that. Okay, but a lot of you, this is something that hasn't evolved yet, and that is why the energy, and you have dream energy coming through again. Pisces is fantasy based. Again, this may be someone you don't know very well. Okay, this could be a crush or a secret admirer for sure for a lot of you. Okay. Androgyny. Okay. Ambiguity, sexual identity, gender expression, and style. This is that flexible, adaptive energy that is coming through, being able to persevere through anything. It could be related to sexual identity or gender expression, but something about you is very, very flexible, and this person deeply admires it. So let me pull the bottom, walk away. That detachment, if you are feeling, again, if you don't show this person interest, that turns them on. Okay, so let me pull see what else I can get. I don't know why I just did a deep sigh like that. I'm like really trying to delve into this energy. It's a heavy pile. What is the sneaky energy coming through? Okay, so can you see? Yeah, you can see, but it's a little blurry. You'll see in a second. I'll pick it up so you can see. So you have worth waiting for. Divine timing is a work in your love life. you have past life relationship. You have known each other before. So this may be an ex, or it may just feel like someone that you know, even though you don't. Like you're connecting on a level, like someone that you know, like they feel so familiar, and that's part of how what's pulling you in. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. That's what I wanted you to see. So for me, all of the sneaky energy, please explain to me what it is. But this person, I will, if I'm just going to pull a general kink, like what turns them on, the whole forbidden nature of the connection, whether it is because it is third party, whether it is because there's a power dynamic that shouldn't be explored, whether it's because of various other reasons, just something about it, whether it is differences, especially as it relates to sexuality, sexual identity, something about it, it is not something that really would be out, right? That's part of the kink, or the detachment that you're giving them, like you're walking away, you're indecisive about them, right? Or you're hiding your feelings with a secret admirer, hiding the feelings in various cards, making them wait even though you feel familiar. Like it just something about the connection in that way, that is the kink. So let me pull. I got some more decks. We'll get what we can get, okay? But why so sneaky? Okay. I promise you that I've cleansed these decks and I've shuffled them multiple times. I'm not just playing on the on the table and halfway shuffling these decks. What is this? The New Romance. It says, and so this is a confirmation of the secret admirer, of the crush energy, of the brand new nature of most of you here, why it's taking a lot for me to pull that sexual energy. It says, that's cute actually, the way I've never noticed this pose before, like with the jumping on, that feels relevant. But anyway, it says new love will find its way to you. There's an opportunity to experience a positive new beginning. So worth waiting for, new romance. It feels like an opportunity to step out of the shadows. Look at that. Some of you, this is the nature of the third party, but others of you, this person sees the potential of being married with children with you. Careful not to get entangled. Oh, okay, with an unhappily married man. Don't allow yourself to be second place. So again, that is a message directly for you third party situations, or those of you that are hiding, someone that is looking for something else, or especially if you're a placeholder and they're waiting for something else and they're just holding you around while they do that. If that's the case, could be. But I was reading this intuitively as they see themselves leading this new romance into a situation with you. But again, you know your situation with this person better than I do. Again, you do have happily ever after. So my intuitive read is spot on for the majority of you. And there goes the lightning. It says you're stepping into your happily ever after, a future filled with so much joy and personal fulfillment. Yeah, sorry, the weather is bad outside now, but yeah, they are turned on by the potential of the connection, right? Like when they think of the future they could have with you in some instances, that's what really does it. That fulfillment energy, that psychic, that foresight, looking ahead and seeing where you two could end up. Okay, this is not that sexual, but we're getting there. Like I said, we're gonna pull from that deck at the end that's very specifically sexual, which is interesting because pile 2 is extremely is a bit gritty. So it's just interesting that this pile is, there's hot sauce, but it's not, and it could be because it's too new. I feel like a lot of you, it may be too new to talk about that. Like, you turn this person on, but there's a lot that you two are working through before getting to that, okay? But we do have happily ever after and prosperity. So how do you turn this person on? Pile 3, explore. Yeah, I think it's you two learning together, growing, evolving, or them teaching you, or you teaching them, a combination of all of those I just described, because this exploring energy feels like a mental stimulation, and that makes sense with the emotional energy here and these two sword cards, okay? And you even have that air energy in the heart. So it says, take a ride and explore new scenery or each other's inner thoughts. You two are bonding on that 12th house level, that Pisces energy, that deeply your inner fears, sharing your shadows, dealing with each other, talking about your failures, sharing your secrets. That's the intimacy. It's a level of intimacy, a mental intimacy. I don't know why it took me so long to find that. It could be because this relationship is so secret and on the low and so intimate that you don't want anyone else knowing how intense it is for you, okay? Not even each other in some instances, but you're bonding mentally and emotionally in ways that it's difficult with this past life relationship to do with other people. Like there's certain conversations you have that you can't have with anyone else, right? That's the energy that is coming through. I love that I'm finally touching, and that's what it is. Like you may have those types of conversations prior to sex. Those conversations may feel like sex. Like I said, that's why I'm using the words mentally stimulated. I feel like you two are like, for example, if it's a third party situation and one or both of you is already in a committed connection, you are kind of cheating because you're having you're mentally being stimulated by each other. I saw vivid dreams. That's that Pisces energy coming through to like bonding with someone, being attached to someone on that deeply, that intimate of a level, right? That it feels like sex to some of you. Like you look forward to those conversations, to those sessions, to those meetings, and it feels more intense than any sex you've ever had just by talking to this person. Thank you. I wasn't sure I was getting anything. Memories, exactly. Sharing memories, creating memories, just talking concepts. It says, someone is walking down memory lane at this time. It's okay to reminisce about the past by looking at old photos or messages. So, yeah, talking to this person. And I will be honest with you, that is that sneaky energy. I've got it. This person, how you turn this person on, they watch you. They watch you. They watch your social media. They look at pictures. If they have pictures of you with you, they look at it. They go and look at it. Okay, they explore memories. They go back and they look at pictures of you. They look at, any messages that they have with you, anything that they've written, anything you've done together. They look at it and reflect on it. It's like, again, secretly, discreetly watching you in ways that you may or may not realize is happening at the bottom. What did I say? This is how you turn this person on, that communication. And communication is not just actual direct communication. It is the dreams that they have of you, the fantasies that they've created of you, the way they watch your social media, the way they observe you when you're not looking. That all turns this person on. A conversation is on the horizon. Someone is planning to reach out. Be ready to express yourself. This may be relevant, but again, the energy overall is them being super sneaky and watching you, and you don't even realize. Okay. So let's look at this Twin Flame Soulmate Oracle deck, and we will, I pulled 3 in the other 2 piles so far, so I will pull 3 in this one, and then we'll pull 6 to 8 of those sex answers, erotic sex oracle decks, so we can get more energy on how you turn this person on directly from that sexual deck. But yeah, this person's watching you, and it was hard to get some sexual energy because this person does not want you to know how deeply they're watching you. Okay. They don't want you to know. Okay. Okay, so let's see, pile 3. I almost took those 3. How, walk away. I think, okay. This came out in a different pile. I can't remember which one. But now I have to move this into frame because it's clearly a message. Okay, some of you, this person kind of like a little bit stalking you, so you got walk away. What turns you on, this person on? Couple of messages, couple of things before I pull. Here's the sexual energy, but I want to get out this borderline creepy energy before I forget. They watch you. Like sometimes they see you walking and you don't even know. They watch you walking. Like if you leave from them, they stare at you until you're gone. Like you don't even realize. Like there's instances where you're just casually walking around and this person is watching you walk around. It's funny, right? It's only creepy if you're not interested in this person. That's what they always say, at least. So, but yeah, this person likes to watch you walk around. But how you, how you turn them on? They watch your backside. They watch you. They watch the way your waist moves. They watch the way your hair flows. They stare at the back of your head, your legs, your thighs, your calves. They watch you walk. They like your walk. Your walk turns them on and they like what they see, but definitely from behind, okay? Especially since you have someone taking the lead here. You know, you have someone leaning over in both of these cards, right? Leaning over. Interesting. So let me get 2 more from this deck and then I will take the bottom. Okay. What turns them on? And there's a lot. This is a loaded card. So you've got single. Someone here is available, right? So what turns them on is that you may be available if they're not, or that you're not available and they are. Something about being single, being able to stay single, or not, like a lack of guilt because of being single, something like that is related. And also this drink may be relevant. So like what turns this person on, they may get a little frisky when they're drinking. I do have a video, ooh, if I remember and I go back, I'll link it right here. I do have a video of how they act when they are drinking. I actually have 2 videos like that. They are 18 plus. Since you're interested in that content, go back and watch those. But they may act a certain way when they're drinking. Some of you, this person acts single when they're drinking, right? Or maybe you do, right? Or when you're drinking, something about the drinks, like if you're drinking, they're drinking, right? Or it could be even medicine. I'm not even gonna lie, medicine for some type of healing purposes makes you behave a certain way or them behave a certain way. This is so wrong. And this is so wrong in some instances. And flighty, again, the walking energy, something about your walk, okay? Or your detachment to them, or you loosening up in some instances, okay? Under some sort of influence. So one more and we'll take the bottom. Did I? No. Okay. Okay, you see that? I'll take 2 more just because you don't get that. I feel like it's cheating. So we'll take flighty, right? A feather. Thank you. Chemistry. I just said medicine of some sort. You have chemistry, but this is chemistry between the 2 of you. So like they can feel the passion, the energy radiating from you to them and vice versa. Like the energy between you 2 feels like sex. Like again, that mental stimulation, it feels like sex. But I did mention that some of you may work in the medical industry, or it could be pharmaceuticals, or it could be anything like that. Any type of chemistry based, where anything where you're creating, could be cooking, could be making alcohol, could be anything, you know, could be growing weed, any of the things, okay? Any of the things, shrooms, all of the things that could be happening, you know. I'm just reading the energy, but I see here what turns them on about you is some type of behavior related to the chemistry in this drink, okay? At the bottom, you do have pure heart. They love how genuine you are. It's like how vulnerable you are or become. It could be creepy, could not be. It just depends on who you're asking about in the situation, commitment. Yeah. So let me pull from the Sex Answers, Erotic Sex Oracle, okay? I did not expect this energy from this pile. I will say, didn't expect it. Some of you, where it's not the super creepy lack of a boundaries connection, like if it's not a third party, if it's not a situation where someone may be taken advantage of or abuse of power or anything like that. It is a situation where you two, when you two drink or do what you do recreationally, loosening up, and when you two leave together, like they know that you two are gonna leave together, or they just stare at you as you move around once you in, or they are under some sort of an influence if you drink together or something like that. Okay, so let me pull these 6 cards from this deck. Playing hard to get. So again, some of you play hard to get, and that turns them on. And especially when you loosen up afterwards, they love that. That's their foreplay. Okay, so let me pull more. Expectations. That's a very interesting energy that is coming through. Neck feels relevant. You get more energy. That felt in reverse. Okay, well, I mean, I picked it up that way without meaning to. But again, that backside, they stare at you as you walk away. Try new things. So something was coming through. Let me keep pulling until it comes through. It's like pulling teeth, getting the energy here, because it's so secretive for this pile. Was not expecting pile 3. Intimate moment in reverse. That's why, okay? It's very difficult for you two to get along, right? Like you two want to, like there's an expectation, like there's an attempt, like, but something about that intimate moment either hasn't happened, is rare and happening, it doesn't happen. Like something about the intimate moment, something about the sexual encounter is very difficult to pull out. So it either hasn't happened, isn't going to happen, or this person's really resistant to thinking about it. Okay, let me see if I can get 2 more, and we'll take the bottom. Feeling rejected. This person feels rejected. So if you rejected them, like if you were so flighty, so detached, this person might have felt rejected. That's why it's difficult for me to pull this energy. I'm going to pull 1 more. Others of you, even though they feel rejected, it's still like they're still turned on by you. You playing hard to get is still a turn on, but I mean, they're only going to have so much sexual energy towards you if you're actively rejecting them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, must have you soon. They want you, right? They're turned on by you. They're turned on. Like I mentioned, a lot of the things that they're turned on by, and they feel like they want to have you soon. But again, whatever this intimate moment in reverse and feeling rejected, like if something went left, if you two had an opportunity, or if you did have sex together and it didn't go as planned, or someone felt guilty for the variety of reasons or something after, there's some energy there. Okay, you have making love, again, that backside energy. That's how that's what this person's really attracted to, is your backside. It's here in multiple instances, but again, there's a secrecy. That's that private energy of them watching you all the time. Okay, they watch you all the time, right? It honestly, intimate moment in reverse feels like someone not having privacy. Like this person's watching you all the time. Okay, so that is all I have for you today, pile 3. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in tune with content like this on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile 4. Let's see how you turn this person on. I'm going to use this deck first. So I'm going to get a 18 plus overview. Have phone is ringing. It's a number I do not know. So this might be a secret admirer. This could be any type of connection. Or maybe you have a phone call message coming in soon. Okay, so let's see. After I pull to get the 18 plus overview energy here, I'm going to use these 2 decks that are slightly out of frame. I'm going to use this deck to see just an overview of the connection or just energy that you need to know, and then underneath it I have my tarot deck, and I have a plethora of love-based, astrology-based, and other decks to get this energy of how you turn this person on. Okay, the game of love. That is how you turn this person on, is just playing the game. I mean, I guess it could be literally game playing, like foreplay, but it could also be just playing. So I'm not that familiar with this deck, so I do want to look. Number 5, the game of love. It says let's play a game. Literally, let's play a game. So it could be foreplay. It could be the actual action of foreplay. The way that you interact with them is likely very flirtatious and flirty. It could be touchy-feely. Like the way you interact with them, it just makes them feel aroused because your energy is just very flirtatious. Okay, that is what turns them on. At the bottom, you have balance and unity. You're a very fair person, and something about you and that energy, it turns them on. Like they like how diplomatic you are. Balance and unity also shows that they can tell that you're a giver and receiver in equal balance. So they can tell you'll give as much as you receive sexually, and they really want to bite. Okay, so let me pull from this to see more energy on the connection itself. I think a card just jumped up. I am not. You may be a little guarded, heart chakra, in reverse. I feel like that card's been coming out a lot lately. So some of you are definitely cross watching the piles. Right? So let me see if I can get a good shuffle and we will take one. We'll take one. Okay. All right, let's see. Overall energy of your connection or just something you need to know. Gaia, I feel called to take 2. So here we are. I will take 2 and the bottom. Okay. So you have Gaia, number 28. It says the frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are to our greatest mother and to the universe that birthed us all. Exactly, okay? All connected. You love how open you are, okay? Conception, which is funny because you had the heart chakra in reverse. So you made there's a game, right? You feel open, but it's kind of phony. Like you may pretend to be open and receptive, but really you're guarded, and this person can tell, okay? You have conception, which is the frequency of conception, invites us to bring our consciousness to our origin, the place where everything in creation begins. It helps us to remember the infinite potential and possibilities of this space and what we can manifest through our own focused awareness and intention. This person loves how aware you are of everything around you. You're very sharp, you're very quick-witted, you're very intelligent and like savvy, okay? It's like, yeah, this person can tell. Like you have manipulative tendencies. You can make people do whatever it is you want them to do, and this person is turned on by that. They're actually under your spell, if I'm being honest. Like there's a magnetic spell you have on this person, not necessarily like an actual magical spell, but it feels that way with the way that you're handling them. Okay, at the bottom you have divine feminine. I was thinking of that with Gaia. I was going to say it, but I didn't want to say it. But here we are with this divine feminine card. And fun fact, as I was cleansing the deck, as I kept shuffling, it kept jumping out. And I'm like, watch it come out in pile 4. And here we are. Okay, it says the frequency of divine feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect with our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. Conception, Gaia. Gaia is divine feminine energy in conception, right? The game of love. Like you most likely embody, which is interesting. I have that candle lit, the divine feminine energy. To close the last pile, closing out this video, is the divine feminine energy stepping in. So what turns this person on about you is your divine energy. So again, a majority of you here would be divine feminines, but that does not mean that is the case. You could be a divine masculine here. Your divine energy, your connection to source, the way that you move and maneuver through life really turns this person on. This person can feel your divine presence. So let me get some cards from this tarot deck. I put that card way over there by that candle, and I don't normally do that, but I guess we'll leave it. I'll restructure. Something about you is making this person pivot. And the pivot itself and the necessity of the pivot is actually turning this person on. Like this person feels challenged by you, and that turns them on, the challenge of you. Okay. With conception, you may be this person's, like the first time this person's met anyone like you. So you may be their first divine masculine, feminine person that they've encountered. Because again, that is an energy. It's not unique. It's not specific to each individual has their own frequency. But again, there's lots of divine feminines, lots of divine masculines in the world. But I feel like this is this person's first time encountering one. Especially if they have that energy that matches. Or at least their first time encountering an evolved one, or one at this stage of the game, right? Okay, so let me see how you turn this person on. Power 4. Let me see. Power 4, how do you turn this person on? Again, it's feeling like almost like a spell. Okay, there's 2. This card comes out a lot, but again, you've got divine feminine, you've got the high priestess, number 2, intuition. Okay. Number 6, that is the 6 of wands, victory and success. Victorious, praise. You get a lot of attention. Even if you want to fly beneath the radar, there's a lot of secrecy, there's a certain mystery to you, but it pulls people in. You get a lot of attention, and that really turns this person on. It makes this person intrigued to learn more, especially since you're so private, so mysterious, but yet you get all of this attention. I wonder, let's see, I want one more card, so we'll see how this placement happens. Let me get one more. If you can hear the rain, hopefully it is soothing and not annoying, because it is raining now. Okay, get one more. Okay. Okay, you've got the 6 of Cups at the bottom. Memories of love. We'll put it over here. So you've got the game of love, and then you've got memories of love, and that's 5 and 6. Okay, and you've got 6 again. So here we are with number 7, the crown chakra, which makes sense. We will layer it like that. I think that's fine because we know what these cards are. That 6 of wands, it's that crown chakra. It feels like royalty, like king, queen, divine masculine, divine feminine energy coming through. It's how this person sees you, and they having their hands on you, or just the potential of being able to. It just really turned this person on. This person thinks of you a lot. They have a lot of memories. They fantasize about you a lot with memories of love, the 6 of Cups, and this high priestess energy. Definitely the case, but it feels very flirtatious. Okay, even if it is a mid-stage connection, or even a long-term connection. Okay, so let me pull from these astrology-based oracle decks, and we will see more on how you turn this person on. Okay, thank you. What is this? Okay. Abundance, cornmeal. Something about you feels very rich. I didn't want this in reverse for whatever reason. But again, you feel very enriched. Like something about you. Okay, you have another 6 card, and it's, you know, with that abundance, with that corn, it just feels like very earthy, right? Gaia's here. So you're like very rich in terms of not just materially, like you may be doing well materially, but just very rooted in the earth plane, like in the material plane, just feeling very connected. Like you may like plants, you may live a healthy lifestyle, just very in tune, very connected. That really attracts this person to you. Okay. Dream in reverse. I am holding that upside down, so take it that way as such, but it feels like this person is not trying to live in dreams. Like you're a walking dream. Dream in reverse feels like it's not a fantasy, it's not an illusion. You're really there, and that divine energy is so odd and bizarre to be present in the 3D that they kind of don't really know how to take it, and it makes them so like they can't even control how they're aroused and how intrigued they are by you, right? Because they never really expected this energy in real life. It's one thing, like it's kind of like in the movies or on the internet, but like to have somebody in the 3D with this powerful energy, this powerful presence, especially since that energy tends to be powerful sexually, just because that divine energy is divine energy on all planes. So it catches this person off guard, or it caught this person off guard, and so they are trying to sometimes they have to hide their arousal, okay, regardless of gender, when they're dealing with you. Okay, we'll take those two. Why not? A time for healing, and you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. So we'll put these here. Right, lots of purple, crown energy. Okay, you are good enough. Again, what this person is most attracted to, is most turned on by, is one, your healing energy. Again, that nurturing divine feminine, if that is you, or your divine energy overall, and just how perfect you are day to day. You are good enough. Virgo energy is nitpicky. It is attention to detail. It's day-to-day life. So for whatever reason, it just feels like you're very well put together day to day. Like you can do no wrong. Like this person sees you as perfect. Like something about your energy, you just feel perfect to this person. And like you're the embodiment of perfection. Like it's not a dream here, it's real life. And that is what you are, okay? A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra, that is Venus energy, which is divine feminine, right? It is all of the things ruling love, because you've got cards that say love in decks that are not associated with love, right? Game of love, that makes sense, but memories of love, like that word is on the table. And with Libra coming through, 7th house of contracts and fairness, and I feel like there was an instance here, right? Is it this one? This may be, I mean, be talking about a different pile. So if that's the case, yeah, you may have wanted to pick another pile, because there's this energy is standing out to me. This fairness energy is standing out to me. So yeah, just a new romantic cycle begins. This person sees you as someone they want to connect with intimately, but also just they want the relationship, right? That's what they see, because again, they see you as perfection and no one better. So they want to lock you in. They would feel very victorious if they could have you. And so just the fact that you would even be interested in them, that you would even engage them, it turns them on, right? The idea that you could even be theirs. So let me pull from this deck. Okay. Pile 4. How do you turn this person on? Pile 4. Okay. How do you turn this person on? Chiron. Okay, healing again. So you've got this healing, you've got another healing. It says hurt and heal. So again, healing energy is what turns this person on, like that divine feminine, that nurturing, that healing. Again, you definitely want to pick other piles. Your resilience, that square, that challenging situation and a mountain to climb. Your ability, your resilience to stay rooted, to not get lost in your emotions, in the your thoughts in whatever the situation is, recognizing, knowing who you are, knowing you're good enough, knowing you're that divine energy, playing the game of love and life, as that card says, just being abundant and knowing how to maneuver this world in a way that makes sure you're successful. They're very intrigued by you in the way you persevere. Okay. They also like the slight friction between the two of you, if that exists, okay? Not an opposition, but a slight friction. Just different enough to keep things interesting, right? Let's see how you turn this person on, pile 4. This is a very interesting deck, so I may pull a bunch. Okay, yeah, no, definitely. I'm not even sure. We'll see what's at the bottom, and I may pull more, but you have this commitment. This person wants a commitment with you, and something about the way you maneuver this world and you carry yourself and project yourself to them feels like commitment material, right? Like what turns this person on, it feels like you could be their person, not just their person, but the fact that you seem ready for the relationship, the commitment, right? That turns this person on. Engagement, ring, promises, love, planning for the future. This person loves your future goals. They love where you're headed. They really truly can see themselves with you. You are good enough. Like you are good enough. They see you as perfection, victory, a prize to be won, something that they can exactly, alien, right? Unique. Every time I see this card and it starts with unique and I see alien, I'm like, okay, alien superstar. You know what I mean? This song wasn't even out when this deck was made, but it's still funny. But again, that divine energy, otherworldly, right? Misunderstood, unknown, mystery, intriguing. That mystery of that high priestess energy. That is how this person sees you. They are very invested in learning and knowing more about you and pursuing you. But it just how different you are and how relationship oriented you come across as, because even as in the game of love, you're not playing games with the intention of just being in the game. You're seeking the corn, you're seeking the harvest, you want the commitment, you want the relationship, and they can see that in you, and they can see the trauma and the healing, and you don't let the past hold you back from continuing to pursue this love of the self and others in union with someone, right? And it turns them on that they could be the one that actually wins the game, right? That wins you. Or that they are the one that's won the game and won you, right? Let's see how you turn this person on. Yeah. Okay, this person is 100% thinking of like commitment and marriage and being stable with you, because look at, okay, so we'll it's a bit blurry, it's dark because it's dark and it's raining, but you have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you romantically attractive. That is exactly what turns this person on, your self-respect and how you love yourself with this you are good enough energy, this divine feminine energy, unique energy. And then you have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. You're this person, like you're like a dream in real life to this person. That's exactly how they see you. Like they pray, manifest for someone like you, and the fact that you're expressing interest in them, it turns them on that they could possibly be your divine counterpart, regardless of if you're like into the labels of the soulmate, of the twin flames. They feel like they can tell that you're very open about, like, especially if you're very spiritual, right? You're praying your manifestations for someone, for a divine counterpart, and the fact that in their mind they're like you could even see them as that, or that the fact that you two came into close proximity shows that, you know what I mean, they could be your one of your soulmates or your one twin flame, whatever. That in and of itself is arousing them, like, wow, like the fact that even if they entertain the idea, like it's not a dream, that the universe actually sent them a person like you with all of this divine energy, makes them feel very confident, right? Very worthy, because like if the universe would send you to them as a mirror, then they must be as great as you. You know what I mean? Like that's like their confidence goes up, and that's what attracts them. But again, at the bottom you do have this situation involves marriage with a wedding. So a romantic cycle begins, commitment, wedding, 3 cards. So this may be someone that you eventually marry, right? Or that you are married to or engaged to, but it feels like a heavy commitment energy, like a you could be mine, you are mine, I can't believe you're mine energy. That turn, just the idea that that you are their person that they're currently with is enough for them to just be ready to go, to be turned on. Okay, so let's pull more. After this deck that I am currently shuffling, I have 3 more. 1 love-based one twin flame soulmate oracle one, and then that sex answers, erotic sex answers hybrid. Okay, so let me get in here for you, pile 4. This person is the most stable of all the piles. Of all the piles, this person is the one that is for sure, like relationship. Pile 4 is my person. I'm not saying that the other piles don't have that, but commitment, wedding, the Libra 7th house card. Okay, after calling in your soulmate. So love yourself first, calling in your soulmate. Again, this person feels like you're the type to love like you're doing self-love work. You're calling in your soulmate with this divine energy, and the fact that they are coming in as a romantic option, again, building of their confidence. And they may be doing the same too, like focusing on themselves and praying for someone, and then boom, here you come. So that just really turns them on when they think about that. Okay, so how you turn this person on. There's one that hit the floor. Give me a second. Rocky start. So if it was chaotic in the beginning or rough in the beginning, this is your confirmation. It says rocky starts can lead to happy endings. You'll have to decide if it's worth the fight. The choice will be yours, especially if the game of love. If this is something that started off a little bit rough, or is starting off a bit rough because it feels like you two are trying to find your footing, or someone may be playing games, abusive relationship that tug on my hand, I'm not taking it. This card came out in a previous pile, so it may be a confirmation, but it may also mean that you want to pick another pile. Okay, but rocky start, this talks about a new connection. This talks about a new connection, right? It says the new love will find its way to you. There's an opportunity to experience a positive new beginning. Okay, interesting. So I want one more. I don't know why I want so many from this deck, but I just do. Exactly. So you've got sacred bond. You will have a spiritual connection that will allow you to see yourself through the person you love. Did I mention that mirroring energy, that of, you know what I mean? Them kind of saying like, if they've been praying and manifesting for someone and they know you have, and the universe sent you to them and them to you, like they must be great because of how perfect they see you, especially with the sacred bond. This person's not really willing to let you go because in their mind, you're their person, but you do have online connection. Someone online will spark your interest. Just be sure to check if they are who you claim to be. So some of you, if this is an online connection, just be confirmed. It feels legit, right? This says that it feels legit though. Okay, so some of you, this is an online connection. You haven't met this person in real life yet because of the dream energy and whatnot. Okay, and I can see that very clearly, that with this card, that you may not have met this person in real life yet, but it feels very, very soulmate like, right? Like the feelings you two have for one another are very, very intense. So I see that, and you may even be talking about marriage even before meeting each other in the physical game. It's like a gamble. It could be a game. Now, those of you where it's not, this online connection feels like your person maybe you met on social media, or this person is watching your social media, because we are asking what about you turns this person on. Online connection, this person's watching your socials. Okay, regardless of if they follow you, if they're doing so discreetly, whatever you post on social media that they see, it turns them on. This person is very intrigued by the things that you are posting online, and it's giving them all of these thoughts and making making them see you in this divine feminine energy. It's making them see you in this divine masculine energy. If that is you, whatever it is you're doing, you're very different. You're very unique. Whatever you're posting and sharing with everybody, it makes them want to literally like marry you. Okay. So let me pull from this other 2 decks. How you turn this person on, pile 4. Okay. Patience. Yes, you have a certain grace and elegance and patience about you. It says, why the rush? There's no need to rush. Divine timing. Enjoy the journey because it is worth the wait. What turns them on is that you are exactly what they've prayed for, what they've been waiting for, what they've been hoping for, and that they've been patient, and they're going to continue to be patient because you are worth it, right? Like you being so perfect in their sense, right? Getting to know each other. Here we go. Where it is. There we go. It says getting to know each other. It says enjoy discovering new commonalities, goals, and dreams as you get to learn more about each other. They find you so interesting. Whatever it is you do, whatever it is you share, however you live your life, is just so interesting. They just see you as such an interesting person. You hold their attention. You just, I don't know, you're just super interesting. Okay. Let's see. I'm like trying to get into a position. I've laid out my decks in such a bizarre way that I cannot shuffle appropriately. Okay, so let's see, pile 4. Exactly, look at that. This is my twin flame soulmate hybrid. Okay, you got real deal. Okay, that's what this person sees you as, and that's what turns them on about you. Like you are exactly, like you are 100% divine energy, and you are also 100% like marriage energy and just a unique person. Okay, I wanted 3, and I've got them, so let's take them. Okay, lasting love. Look at that commitment, right? Commitment, wedding, 7th house energy, like marriage. That's what turns them on about you. The possibility of being married to you, lasting love, real deal. And what is this? Walk away. That is a very interesting energy to come through. Let's see what's at the bottom. So I see. This is that same energy coming through. That walk away is them watching you walk away. They probably watch you and stalk you online, like I mentioned in a previous pile, right? Very patiently learning to get to know you, watching you to get to know you. But again, what turns them on about you is your backside. I'm not going to lie. They like to watch you walk. You may have a very graceful, very elegant walk, okay? But you do have friends first. So you two may be friends first. They may connect with you and just slowly, patiently build themselves up to be with you, right? That's the energy coming through for this coupling. So let me pull from this Sex Answers Erotic Sex Oracle. I took 6 in each of the other piles, and I want to do that again. Yep, 6 is my number. Let me fix this. Okay. Pile 4, how you turn this person on. There's 2. Tease, right? Undress me. Yep, that's some chest area. Like they probably like your chest. We have that energy here, but the flirtatious energy in that game of love. They love how you just come across and the undress me. Like if you've had sex before, the way you undress them, they think about that. They fantasize about that. If you've not, then they fantasize about you undressing them, and they fantasize about undressing you. And just something about the way you wear clothes, it turns them on, and that's part of why they fantasize about undressing you and you undressing them. Okay, so let me get 4 more and we will close this out. What about you turns this person on? Very teasing, alluring energy, like you pull them in. What's that? Romantic. Again, this person is all a lovey-dovey person. They may want to like trace along your skin with their hands. They may write on you, like just random things like that. But something about the energy overall is romantic. But you have all of this marriage-minded energy coming through for this person. because they have been manifesting someone just like you. That's beautiful, right? Try new things. Again, that backside energy did come back out of that walking away. That again, they like watching you move. They like watching you in action, okay? Try new things. And you may be very different. They may be intrigued by how different you are from what they've previously engaged romantically or sexually, okay? Let me see. I want to get, did that flip? Yes, gentle loving is here. They can tell that you're very soft and delicate as it relates to sex or just intimacy anyway, and they really like that. So here you go into role playing. Here's that bosom again. There's that kink. So it's fantasy based energy for real, okay? You've got get creative with me. Yep, that's that. Some of you, this person likes to watch you eat. Like, and I say that I'm not talking dirty like that card says. I'm just saying, like, legitimately, like, they like to watch you eat. With the getting to know each other, that's a dinner. So like something about the way you eat things or drink is very arousing, especially like if you eat foods that tend to look like sexual parts and whatnot, like bananas and hot dogs and whatnot. Like they just, it arouses them, okay? So that is all I have for you today, pile 4. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on more content like this one. Thank you for watching.